But who am I? Sure enough. Who am I? Sure enough. I can't hear you. Sure enough. Can you dig it? Sucker, sucker.
Can you dig it, sucker? EJ Boxing Live here. How you doing, fight fans? For another hangout. What we're gonna do, yeah? We're gonna do Triple G versus Kell Brook, and we're gonna do Canelo versus Liam Smith. Understandably, yeah, you know it's some time away, but I thought it's what might as well. So let's get into it. How do we see that fight going? Well, Triple G needs to come out and basically make a statement for the UK fans. That's what I see it. He needs to make a statement for the UK fans. He needs to, obviously, he's going to establish his jab and try to back Kell up and put Kell up in awkward positions. He's got overhand right, and he's got that skull punch he likes to do, and uppercut, body shots. That's what I think he needs to do. Kell Brook on the other hand. Why am I first pinging off? Kell Brook on the other stand needs to try and take Triple G's jab away, and basically, you know, I've never seen people work Triple G's body. You know what I mean? I've never seen him do it. If he can, I think he can, but I think he has to give up ground to do that. So let's say he takes away his jab, throws his right hand. As he's getting up close, he needs to work the body. I don't think Triple G is a very good mid fighter. He's a very good like out of range fighter, very not good at cutting the ring. I don't choose in fighting, just standing there in fighting. Why my phone keeps pinging off? Who's this? Who's pinging me off? I'll find out, whoever. Yeah, I think he needs to stand in there with him and work him into the body. So Kell Brook to do, wait for the referee, hold him, wait for the rest of the break, and try to take away Triple G's jab. How do you take away someone's jab? EJ, where's the lick? That's Benuma. Benuma, yeah, I don't know about you, Benuma, man. You've been name calling and whatever, so I think I'll do this one without you, my friend. Yeah, you can stay in the chat, man. You keep calling names and all that stuff, so I don't know where you're going. Yeah, until you behave yourself, you ain't coming in my group, in my one. You need to behave, and then we'll see about it. Anyway, so where was I now? He needs to establish, Kell Brook needs to try and take away Triple G's jab. How do you take away someone's jab? Well, let's say Triple G's got left hand, he throws his jab. Basically, what you do is like you use your jab to come over the jab, over top of his jab with right hand. Yeah, you make him hesitate throwing his jab, or you parry his jab. As he throws his jab, you parry it away. Well, Triple G's good at probably faking his jab. He does a lot of feints to get his jab in. For he wants to get his right hook in, left hook, and he's got the skull punch, like I said already. Kell Brook's gonna be moving around a lot in the early rounds and stuff like that, man. And the thing is, like, I do a lot of things like what Roy Jones did against what's his name again, Joe Maurice, where you use the referee's intervention. You know what I'm saying? You get your punches or hold him with referee to come in to break and do them sort of things. That's what I think you do. Anyway. Anyway, man, no one needs to know about the personal business out here on the chat room. Yeah, but the personal stuff needs to stay personal, you get me? Yeah, and that's that, like, innit? So that's what I think Kell Brook needs to do. Try and take away Triple G's jab. Triple G needs to establish his jab to get inside so we can work Kell's to the body. To be honest with you, Kell's body, I don't know. Triple G, everyone's just got written Kell off completely, but Kell can do all right with him. Kell's got good hooks, you know. Triple G might try and take away Kell Brook's jab, you know, and then it becomes very hard for Kell to get stuff. And not both of them are not great in fighters. Triple G slightly probably better, what I've seen. And everyone's talking about Kell's strength and he's going to be stronger. Yeah, he's going to be fitter and stronger, but you still have to work your way into the weight. I remember Nigel Benn when he was fighting Jeremy McLennan, when he was chasing after Eubank for the second fight, and he said he had to grow into the weight. Well, you have to grow into the weight, and you have little testers to see how you fare that way. What about Oscar De La Hoya at middleweight when he went against what's his name? Phoenix Stern or Storm, whatever, Stern. When he went up there to face him, he lost that fight. He got the decision, but he lost that fight. So, in my opinion, you need to test out the weights before you go up there. And in my opinion, Kell hasn't done that, so this is why it's a big jump. But it has happened in the world. But these guys have been exceptional. If Kell Brook would be able to beat Triple G, no doubt Hall of Famer. In my opinion, you know, he's got good guys in his record. I mean, you can just on that win of the hype behind Triple G, you know what I mean. You can retire on that. Can he do it? Boy, listen, my phone's banging off now. I don't know why it's banging off so like that. So this is some boxing talk. Yeah. Okay, all right. So what I'm saying is this: I'm gonna go with my opinion because this is EJ's prediction. I'm gonna go with right now Triple G. Right, it's easy. You just go with the winner. Triple G could do stuff like better than stuff than what's his name again? Who's the guy from what's his name again? Carson Jones. Yeah, do better stuff than Carson Jones. But like Kell will use his punches like when he fought what's his name, Shevchenko. But Shevchenko's nothing like Triple G. There's no one like Triple G that he's facing for the first time. And I've seen Triple G standing next to Kell, face to face, nose to nose. Triple G's head is huge, right? And if you're trying to hit the head, nothing. That's why I said you need to go to the body and work Triple G's body, you know, to get him stationary so you can get your punches. I don't think you're knocking the man out to the head. That head is like a big, massive watermelon. Yeah, you're not gonna hurt the head. So that's what I say. You're not gonna hurt the head to Triple G. You need to hurt him to the body. Kell, on the other hand, has got a smaller head than Triple G. Triple G lands one of them skull punches. Yeah, Kell might as well right here. That's why it's easy. You know, Triple G beats Kell multiple ways. Kell has to beat Triple G the perfect way. So I'm gonna go with Triple G on that one, right? We're gonna move on to Liam Smith versus Canelo Alvarez. Well, this is easier. Liam Smith can win this fight on boxing, but will he get the decision? That's the question that people want to know. If he wins the fight by outboxing Canelo, which he can, right? Which he can, and he's got a bit of a dig. He can dig in the word over here, UK. He's got a bit of a punch, right? He can upset it, man. He can win, but he won't get on the card. So he has to go try and really cement his thing and put it on Canelo to win. You know, almost like a Mayweather to shut the guy down. Where and even Mayweather, with you had the what's the name, CJ Ross, where it's a draw. You see what I'm saying? So you have to do a kind of Mayweather performance to shut down Canelo to get your thing. Canelo, on the other hand, will be doing what he does. He doesn't throw that many punches, but the punches do fall are very accurate and painful. And Liam has to be on his best game. To be honest with you, is it a payday? Is it a cash out for Liam Smith? Or does he want to hold on to his belt and be considered as one of the guys? He's underestimated, like many guys come from the UK, but I think he's got a better shot than Kell Brook, in my opinion. He's got a better shot. Why? Because he's been at the weight for the longest. Yeah, he's been at 154. Canelo's moving down from the weight from fighting. Well, Canelo's not really been fighting at 160. Well, kind of. You know, I'm in between 160, 154. So I'll give it to Liam Smith. 1 minute. Let me get something from the fridge. 1 second. I thought other guys would jump in, but no one's jumped in. All right, so let's go. Yeah, so where was we, fight fans? Oh, the numbers are dropped down. This is significantly. So where was I now? Nah. You're not coming over, Uma. Stay put where you are, man. Stay where you are. Anyways, yeah. All I'm saying is this: Liam Smith has a better chance than Canelo, a better chance than Kell Brook, simply because he's been at the weight. Yes, Kell Brook has the more established champion. He's fought better names than Liam Smith, much more better names than Liam Smith. Yeah. But he's still natural at the weight, you know. It's still natural. Just jumped in.
Yo, what's up?
Oh, that was at PMC?
Yeah, what's up, yo?
Yeah, what's up? So we're live. PMC King over here. We're talking about Triple G versus Canelo. Triple G versus Kell Brook, and Liam Smith versus Canelo. How do you see the Triple G versus Kell Brook prediction? What's your prediction on that fight, bro?
Man, I think Triple G gonna knock this dude out in under 4 rounds, man. That's how I feel about it. You know. I hope I'm wrong. You know, it'd be nice to see an upset like that. You know, him coming up 2 weight classes and Kell Brook like shocking the world. I would love that. But I mean, you know, but just I looked at the Sean Porter fight. You know, like some highlights and stuff like that. And Kell Brook was landing some flush punches on what's his name? You know, Porter. And Porter was just like walking through him. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like nothing. You know, because you saw what Thurman did to Porter. He was landing some clean punches. And Porter was like whatever. You know. And then, but it's hard to tell because you know Golovkin, you know, started off his amateur career, you know, at 140, and you know he slowly moved up to middleweight. You know, I think he started fighting at middleweight at age like 22. The dude's been there forever. You know, past what 12 years or so. So what is he, like 34 now?
Yeah, he's 34. Kell Brook's
Yeah, so
no, actually, you know what? At 35, Kell Brook's 30.
yeah, and Kell Brook, man, he's got some like big thighs, man. You see his thighs and stuff like that. He's just he's a stocky guy, so it's kind of hard to tell, you know, where he's at. You know what I'm saying? Like, is he a big guy that was coming down to 147? But and then his amateur career, you don't really know where he stands in his amateur career.
That's true.
So,
That's a good point. You know, that's actually a good point. The Triple G's amateur career is stellar. How many 300 or sign fights, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, but Ashley Knuckle did a video and said Brook was gaining all that weight so he can be settled. You know, so when he actually goes into like, you know, fat camp, when we actually start cutting weight, he'll be at 160 instead of like, you know, trying to maintain his weight at 165 and then go into like an intense workout the last 4 weeks of camp or stuff like that. He'll be a little smaller. You know, his logic, it kind of made sense. But then again, you know, prior to that, he was struggling. It was reported that he was struggling to make weight for the Vargas thing. So, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So, he been had a weight issue for a while. Struggling to make 147.
Yeah, that's pretty true. Hey, we got Box and Beats and Rhymes here. Beats, what you saying?
Yo, what's up, PMC?
What's up? What's up, Beats?
What's up, BJ?
Yeah, man. We're doing the early prediction. Get it in. I'm probably gonna get another one in, probably near the time as well. So we're talking about Triple G versus Kell Brook. Hey, PMC, you didn't really say which one. You're going Triple G, right? I think.
Yeah, I'm going Triple G because I haven't seen. You know what? He respects people with power, though. You know what I'm saying? Like with David Lemieux, he boxed. With what was that, Curtis Stevens? You know, he boxed. You know, he felt a little bit of that power. So you know, he respects guys with power. So I'm thinking he's going to respect Kell Brook, and I think he's probably just going to stick out that jab, see what he got. You know what I'm saying? Probably see what he's got, and then just immense to taking him out, man. Just immense to taking him out. Do you want me to do the Liam Smith one?
Let Beats do that one, and why Beats do that one? I'm gonna bring up stats on the screen actually to show some stats, you know, thing. But go ahead, Beats. Let Beats go ahead. You do one.
Yeah, man. Kell Brooks has got a box, like really box, in and out, like just put on his best performance, man. But you have to favor Triple G in it. I don't think he's gonna knock him out, though. I don't think he's gonna knock him out. He won't go the distance. He'll stop him. But it won't be no clean KO or nothing like that. I think he'll stop Brook on his feet, maybe about in the 7th. You wear him down, that's what he'll do, you know? Yeah. But, you know, man, I think Brook needs to get a good start. He needs to get a good start, man. Use that welterweight speed, double up. See, the thing, if he can get some lateral movement, not because he's not really a big mover, but if he can like side to side move, that shit like hit Triple G to the body, you know, Triple G ain't no young dude. Who knows, man? Who knows? He's young. He's just outgrown that welterweight division, but he's not that young, man. But he's younger than Triple G.
He's 30. As you can see on the screen, if you can see on the screen, Beats.
Yeah.
You're right. PMC is 34. Triple G's 34. Kell Brook's 30. He ain't that much younger, and you see the ring. As you can see, you guys can see the screen.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, thanks.
Look at this. This is why I've done it early. Look at the rounds, bro. The rounds experience there. But if you look at like the fights, he's got more knockouts, yeah, than Kell's got fights. I think, is that right? No, Kell's got 36 fights. Sorry, he just only got a little bit of knockout. He's got 30. Kell's got had more fights, only by one. But the amateur experience is what PMC brought out. Is it's vast, isn't it, Pete? So what do you think about the amateur career? What PMC brought up?
Well, I only really know 2 fights: the Darrell fight and the Butte. He knocked out Butte, and the Darrell fight was, it was pretty close. It was pretty touch and go. But by all accounts, he was a stellar. Well, he didn't win the Olympics, though, did he? He didn't win the Olympics.
You know what? Yeah, because we always judge people by the Olympics and the world game. Was he ever the world #1 PMC? Did you know, or did he ever go to the Olympics?
Who?
Triple G.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
No.
What, ain't he supposed to be a gold medal winner or something?
No, he ain't got no gold medals.
I ain't got no gold medal, man.
He ain't got nothing.
I'm gonna go check right now, actually. Because the thing is,
He's supposed to be well decorated in amateurs.
I know he had a lot of fights, but I never know. Like,
he ain't got a gold medal. He ain't got a gold. I know he ain't got a gold medal.
I know he was ranked probably in the world, but this is what I'm saying. We usually rank people by gold medals and being #1 in the world. At least at one point. I don't know. Triple G's.
I know it's better than Kell's. Kell Brook is like his.
Yeah, well,
I don't know, man.
That's true. I don't even know what Kell's amateur.
I know it's mythical, man. You know what I'm saying? He's got a mythical amateur career.
Standard English. He didn't do nothing at world level as an amateur. You see,
okay. Amateur. Yeah, he went to the Athens Games,
Yeah, he didn't do anything, did he?
He went to Athens Games as a middleweight. I don't know when he got knocked out. Also, as a world champion, he went to Bangkok and Bosnia, but he hasn't got no a middleweight. He hasn't got anything. He got to the semis. He got the semi-finals in Athens. He got gold in Bangkok in the Asia Games. Actually, he got gold in the World Game. I don't know why it's got G. I think it means gold. Yeah, gold medal in the World Championships. And he got gold in the Asian Games. Yeah, 2 times in the Asian Games he got gold. He was a world. It was ranked gold #1, but he got knocked out in the semis in the Athens Games. So that's his amateur career. Let me see Kell Brook. I don't think Kell Brook.
Yo, man, I gotta head out, bro.
Oh, give me Liam Smith real quick then, quick.
You know what? I'm gonna go with Liam Smith for the upset, man. Upset. What are you fighting at?
Over your side, man.
No, it's not in Texas. It's not is it Nashville? I can't remember where it was.
Nashville.
Nashville. I can't remember where
it's Dallas Stadium. It's Dallas Stadium.
Dallas Stadium. Yeah, Dallas.
Dallas?
Yeah, Texas.
Oh, man. Canelo just got to stand on his 2 feet. That's it.
Yeah.
Dallas. Canelo. Canelo.
Yeah.
Yo, man, I'm going with Canelo by decision then.
Okay. All right then. Kell Brook hasn't got no amateur. He hasn't got no amateurs, He hasn't done anything in amateurs.
He ain't got nothing.
He didn't do nothing as an amateur. Kell Brook turned pro in 2004, man. So it's been a long time he's been pro, man.
Yeah.
All right, yo.
All right, Peter. Catch you later, man.
18 years of age, man.
Yeah. It's a long time, innit?
Yeah. Long time.
2004, we're in 2016, bro.
Yeah, and he's already having, the Triple G fight now, and like the Porter fight was a couple of years back.
Yeah.
So it's taking him a while, man. It's taking him a while.
Mm-hmm.
He won the schoolboy ABA title or something like that.
Is that what they're saying?
Yeah,
that's pretty good. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. He's at that point still. He's there's nothing notable in his amateur because after the Olympics you might as well talk about amateur. Or someone saying he won a silver medal in 2004. No, he's talking about Triple G. He won a silver medal in what? In '94. He must have won a silver medal in the Athens Games. That's what they're saying. Yeah. He came second then. Okay. Oh yeah, it does say that. It says it does say it says S. Okay, thanks JD. Okay, sorry, that's pretty good, He was ranked #1 in the world and he came second in the Athens beats. Triple G.
Yeah. Listen, man, Triple G is 45, man.
What else we got in the stats here? It says so Triple G's 5'10.5", Kell Brook's 5'9". It's got a kind of 1 inch half height advantage. Rounds, Kell's got more rounds. You know, Kell goes the distance he's been distance quite a lot. Then you got the KO percentage right here, man. 25 KOs. Triple G's got 32 out of 35 fights, man. Kell's got you know, the numbers don't lie. If you look at the numbers, it looks like a freaking. There's not much in it if you look at the numbers, is there?
No, not really. Not really. You know, like stats, they both got impressive stats. So.
Yeah, but the numbers don't tell the whole, the whole story, do they? Yeah.
Not really.
He's not that old. He's not that old. 4 years difference, yeah. And who's at the easier ride to the top, man? Who's, you know what I mean? Hey, as Kell Brooks had his Carson Jones, Triple G's had his Cassie Muma, you could say, type of fight, right?
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah, that's a fair analogy.
Yeah. So they've had that type of fight to, you know, they've gone through the storm, and up until that point, you know, they've been blowing everyone out in front of them. You know, something's going to give. In fact, yeah, we might as well call it. This might be one of the fights. This might be one of the fights of the decade, mate.
You reckon?
Yeah, because you look at, because you know, a lot of time. I remember the time we was looking at Tyson Fury, Steve Cunningham. Everyone was like, yeah, he's gonna blow him out. And then I thought about it. I actually looked at the stats and I said, look, hold on a minute. He's been fighting in world class, and Tyson never fought in world class. He's fought much better fighters than Tyson. He fought better first. Go ahead.
The truth is, there's a lot of the intangibles are on Kell Brook. We don't know how good he really is. Like people quote the Carson Jones fight, but you know, like you said, Cassie Muma was giving Triple G a little bit of work, wasn't he? I mean, even Gabriel Rosado was marking him up with some shots. Rosado was the last guy to actually give him a nice little cover. Rosado gave it to him nicely, because them guys came for him though. Yeah. They came to him, you know. They came to give him. Rosado eventually did, you know, they went down, but they came to win. You know, Kell will come to win. Is Kell any better than Rosado or better than Cassie Muma? Well, we don't know. See, we have to keep it in mind. I thought the Dream was a good fighter. I mean, Rosado has got some talent. He's got some talent. He's got a decent reach, and he's a decent boxer. I think he can give people trouble, but he just doesn't have that extra gear to win fights at elite level. So it's. I mean, we saw Billy Joe didn't want no part of Rosado. He didn't want no part of it.
No,
because you see what it was. Yeah, Andy Lee is just a one-hit puncher. Yeah, he doesn't set shit up. He does. If you rush him, and he'll try and time you with a shot. But he's not a boxer like Rosado. Rosado knows how to set traps and maneuver the ring a little. Yeah, I don't think Billy Joe wanted no part of it, man, because he knows even though he knocked down Rosado, we're still not sure if he's a puncher or not. You know. So I don't think he wanted to box with another boxer.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think Rosado probably hits harder as well.
Yeah, it won't shock me if he did.
Yeah, and some decisions, Rosado, Kid Chocolate, where he thought he could have continued, and JD on Love, where a lot of people felt that he actually won that fight.
Oh, he definitely. He
definitely got a better resume in terms of things. I think they probably thought, you know what, he's done, and look at this, he does beat Joshua Clottey coming into the fight, you know.
They beat Joshua Clottey. Yeah, he beat
Clottey, and he's got Vargas Vargas' backing enough.
He's had the way tougher fights. Rosado. He's way more seasoned than Billy Joe.
Yeah,
you know. See, these guys ain't stupid, man. They see, we've already spoke about Frank Warren knowing what fights to take. Frank ain't no idiot. Frank ain't no idiot.
Well, you know, the thing is, if you're a fighter, or what are you, a fighter or not? Are you a fighter or what? I mean, what kind of person are you that, you know, this guy is offering you a fight, it's a good fight for the, you know, people want to see it. You know, do you want to fight or not? If you don't want to fight, you can give up the belt. Do you want to keep fighting these nobodies and just holding on to the belt? I mean, what are we here for?
But boxers are I think today are more afraid to lose than the boxers in the 90s, let's say 80s and beyond.
Man, I think it's I just go with the individuals. Billy Joe Saunders is not what I consider a guy who's ready to pull it all out on the line. He's not. When he feels confident, then I'll beat you this and that. Other than that, he's content just fighting these guys are not that good. Kovalev is, to me, if you're looking at a European type of fighter, it's probably the best one that he's willing to fight anyone. He's willing to fight any and anyone. He'll fight Stevenson, or he'll fight anyone. He just wants to fight, man. I like the guy.
That, bro. I'm gonna say, you see, like Hopkins and Ward, Chilemba, they're not punchers, are they? They're not big punchers. They ain't really like if you have to fight like a Spinks or a Bob Foster at light heavy, you'd probably have a little more reservations. But you see guys like Kovalev, yeah, I'm not being funny. When they know you can't punch, they figure, okay, I've got 12 rounds, you know, where I can't probably get knocked out so I can knock you out. That's how he sees it. You know what I'm saying? But they ain't no bangers. They ain't no real bangers at 175. No real bangers like that. Well, Pascal was a decent puncher, to be honest. He was a decent. So I can't say that. You know.
Well, you're right.
Anybody though. He does fight anybody.
You know what the thing is, yeah? I've been saying that Ward took away Carthrox's jab, and then Carthrox was struggled. When Ward takes away, when Ward takes away Kolov's jab, what's Kolev gonna do, man? Like Ward will take away his jab. He's got that little short jab where he does that little short one, the one where he just jolts your head back and it stays right in the middle. You know what I mean? He'll do the same thing. He'll do the same. He'll take away because Kolev's jab is his most important weapon. So you take away that, now he's got a right hand, hooks and stuff like that. He struggles. He doesn't know how to fight inside. Yeah, he's a powerful puncher, but Andre is very good defense, and you
know what Kovalev hasn't dealt. You see the jab you're talking about. He hasn't dealt with someone jabbing to the stomach that takes a lot out of you. Like, I mean, do you mean that like round after round? You don't like. It's not like taking a big shot and knocking a man out. But after it takes its toll, man. It takes its toll.
Ward's very patient. You know, he's patient. He's in no hurry. You know, and I think at some point in that fight, Colin's gonna have to figure him out. But we stay with the Triple G, Kell Brook. If Kell Brook, I was saying Kell Brook needs to take away Triple G's jab, right? And the same thing, Triple G might take away Kell's jab. And then I don't think traditionally two of them are very good infighters, which they're probably going to be in close quarters. So I think Kell should hold him. He should do what, basically, in my opinion, he should do what Roy Jones did against John Ruiz. I think, yeah, he should do that. He should let the referee hold him, wait for the referee to break, walk around the referee, and just keep fiddling him. Let him lunge in. That's how he used to beat him, you know, and it goes the distance. That's what Kell needs to do. Triple G needs to do. He needs to take away Kell's jab and then keep the pressure on Kell and just keep throwing punches, and Kell doesn't like it. You know, every time Kell tries to hold, you throw overhead punch to his head, hit him to the body before the referee breaks him. That's what he needs to do. He needs to put the pressure on Kell and trying to hope that Kell breaks in the later rounds. I think that's what Triple G needs to do. Yeah. I said the Liam Smith versus Canelo is more even. How do you see that fight going?
Liam Smith and who?
Liam Smith versus Canelo Alvarez.
Oh, you think that's more one-sided? Well, I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure.
That's a more even fight.
I mean, and then Eric by all accounts, did very well against Liam. And I haven't seen the whole fight. I saw it.
I saw it. I thought Eric won the fight.
Yeah.
But they done it by a landslide, actually. You know what? To be honest with you, probably lost it by 2 rounds, to be fair. But it was a closer fight than what they actually read out. So I have to be fair on that. But he's just one of them fights. But Liam Smith, he's just natural at the weight when Canelo's been up, kind of a bit other than 154 anyway. You know, under 60 and coming back down. I think he's got a better chance. You know, how do you see that fight panning out? I think Liam could be. I think Liam could actually win the fight, but he won't get the decision. You know what I'm saying?
I'll tell you what, man. If Canelo was fighting the guy who Beefy won the title from, Canelo would have dealt with that guy in 3. That guy wouldn't have outboxed Canelo at no stage. You know, Canelo would have stabilized him a long time with a body. It's too premature this for Beefy, man. You're gonna get beaten up, man. You're gonna get beaten up, man. What's the He's okay. He's competent, but that's it. He was given the belt. Well, I don't even know what the guy's name was. What was his name again, man?
Who's that?
Jonathan Thompson. Jonathan. He won the belt for.
I picked him to win as well. I picked the American to win. I was like, man.
Yeah. I don't see Canelo having no problems at all. I think by the 5th round, the bout should be concluded. 5th round, 5th, 6th. I'll give him 6. I feel in a generous mood.
You know, it reminds me of that guy from Manchester coming over to fight Canelo. Cotto. You know what I'm talking about? The Manchester fight.
Michael Jennings.
Brian Michael Jennings coming over. That's what reminds me of, you know.
Oh,
remember that. And they were picking him up on Sky and this, and Jennings gonna be this, Jennings gonna be that. He just got it. He got nyam up, nyam. You know, it reminds me of that kind of situation, you know.
Yeah, very similar. I think very similar to that, man. Very similar.
Yeah,
I'm mad. He's getting a payday, you know. Getting a nice payday.
Yeah. I put these fights on. I put these 2 fights on in my headline because they're the biggest fights of the coming. You know, Chocolato's fighting Quadros. I'm not really interested in that.
You're not interested in that?
No, because Kodjo, I told now already. Like, if you know about Kodjo, if you check my channel, the guy Kodjo fought, he didn't really win the belt. He won the belt of a cut, and then they went to the score count, and he won, and he even won because at the time, the Thailand fight was beating him to the body, and he playing with some wicked body shots. He was about to fold, and then he was the champion. You have to beat the champion. They just gave the belts in Mexico, and he won the belt. And up to now, he hasn't given the rematch, so he hasn't really got no noble names on his resume. Chocolo's gonna walk through that guy. He's just gonna walk through him. There's no, and now I know as well. And then the thing is, another thing as well, Chocolito had a mandatory of the guy in his division. The guy was, remember, in that division, the Chocolito was like 5'4". Yeah. He had a mandatory against a title fighter beats. He's 5'7", and he was a big dude. And he was next for Chocolito. But this is the thing: if Chocolito gets past Carlos Fadra, that same Thailand fighter is waiting in the rings for him. So even though Chocolito ain't got nowhere, he's gonna get it. He's gonna have to fight one of these dudes, man. You know what I mean? He's gonna have to fight one of these dudes, and that's the way it is.
Yeah.
You can't keep running forever and fighting dudes, over age and stuff like that. Eventually, you're gonna catch up with him. You have to fight a guy that's gonna have to be a threat, you know. Now doesn't like it, but I told him. You know what I mean? And now knows already that if that Thailand fight comes anywhere near him, bro. Me and now was watching the fight. That Thailand fight hit someone. The guy threw up his food from yesterday.
Yeah. You say I heard that. Say that. Yeah.
Now knows, man. That guy's the business, bro. That guy's the business. And if you see the Quadra fight, he would beat Quadra up bad. You know, and they robbed him over there, and there's nothing anyone could do about it. So anyway,
projectile vomiting, he called it. Projectile vomiting.
Yeah. That's what it was. Charlie Edwards is fighting a flyweight as well. I think the flyweight he beat someone recently as well. A name as well recently. Charlie Edwards is fighting.
Okay.
Joshua's going to be fighting in London. See what they've done with Joshua. Joshua's not going to be fighting in London. He's fighting. They said they're going to Manchester. And the reason why that's happened, and this is my opinion, Eubanks have gone back with Frank Warren, so they're fighting on a Frank Warren card. And usually when you do a Joshua card in London, it's nice when you have a Eubank underneath.
Yeah.
What's happened is that Joshua's opponents, because the thing is, he's invested a lot of money in Joshua. If you put a dangerous guy in there, you need a pay-per-view. Their cards are not strong enough to put a pay-per-view, because now what's happened, you see with the Kell Brook and Triple G, that would be Joshua's spot. That would normally be a Joshua spot. So they've took it over, and Kell Brook, the main, Joshua's been pushed out, and he hasn't got. If you put Joshua with a proper guy, a guy who's going to test him, he might lose, and then he put a lot of money. Joshua, he can't afford it.
Well, who's he going to put him in? Is there Stavern or someone? Stavern will pull it.
These guys are fucking but okay. But are they pay-per-view though? Is it a pay-per-view fight?
Well, it was Brazil.
The card was.
Yeah, like you say, it depends who they put on the card, I guess. You know, that fight, but a Stavern fight by itself, no, I'd agree. No, it's not pay-per-view.
Use Eubank. This is what he was doing. Eddie was using Eubank to sell the cards because it worked. You could always, it doesn't matter who Joshua was fighting. If you put a Eubank on the card, it will sell. It will sell. And that's what Eubank said, all right, I'm going to go to, so Eubanks has gone to Frank Warren, and he's fighting some guy from Frank Warren, a Frank Warren fighter.
Tommy Langford.
Yeah, I don't know too much about him. He's correct, you know?
Yeah, he's okay. He's got a good work rate. He's not a bad boxer. He's big, but he's slow, and he doesn't have much power. That's what I saw. His hands were pretty slow. You know?
Have you seen him fight before?
Yeah, I saw the last fight, and I watched a bit more. You know, he doesn't have his hands ain't the quickest to me, and the power. He's not a bad puncher, but he's not. You know, he's definitely concussive. But he's got the work rate in it, so he's gonna try that Nick Blackwell thing in it. That's what he's gonna try and do, and outwork Eubank. That's what he's gonna try and do.
Eubank's looking good these days, mate. Be hard pressed to get Eubank is definitely a pay-per-view star with his dad and all the antics.
Yeah.
And Eddie knows it. So I guess that contract they had with Eddie they must have scrapped it.
Well, you know, Frank won the purse bids for that fight, so Eubanks, you know.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, he won the purse because Langford's a Box Nation fighter.
Oh, okay. Eddie didn't even put on the money. Just so basically, he shipped him out to get loose, innit?
Yeah, shipped him out, man. Shipped him out. Yeah. For Eddie didn't even...
I think I'm going to put a prediction, yeah? If he goes to the squad, the British board had enough of Eubank and his antics. They might try to make his son lose, innit?
They might well do. They might well. Eubank knows he's got to put on a performance, man. You know, because like he's going up against the house fight. It's in Wales. It's at the multiple. Like they got a Welsh boy head in the card. I can't remember his name. Liam something. Liam. I forgot.
Liam Walsh.
No, not Liam Walsh. Liam something. I can't remember his name now. I was talking about him the other day. Yeah, he's British in the Commonwealth title and British and Commonwealth champion.
What weight class?
Light welter. It's not. And the guy he's fighting is unbeaten. He's fighting an unbeaten guy, Ahmed Patterson.
Okay.
Yeah, Ahmed Patterson.
Frank Warren's still around. Still, man. Yeah, he hasn't had a good card since when?
There's Prince Nassim.
That's true, man. That's true.
It's been a minute, Frank. It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah.
You won the purse bid. I bet Eddie didn't even try.
I don't think Eddie put nothing in, you know, because as soon as the fight was announced, it looked like Frank got the purse bid in a couple of weeks or something. Yeah.
Didn't even try.
Yeah.
He sold it up.
Who's the Frank's got another middleweight he wanted to fight Eubank. I can't remember his name though. I think he's at super middleweight now. I can't remember his name. Yeah, I didn't rate him. He's scoring a few knockouts, but I don't know. He just didn't look that good to me. Didn't look that good. I think Langford's better than him.
I'll tell you one thing. Frank's going to really take digs at that next time, you know.
Frank's going to take digs at the Eubanks, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Frank hates them, man.
Yeah. They're going to know they're in hostile territory.
Yeah. But Eubank is used to that. That's the thing. Like with the Nick Blackwell fight, that was hostile, wasn't it? Yeah. And the Billy Joe Saunders.
Yeah.
Hostile. He's used to that.
He kind of won over the fans, though. He kind of won over the fans on that one.
Yeah, he did.
A lot of fans are saying that it was a draw or Eubank won. Remember the last 6 round, that Eubank won the last 6 round.
Yeah, he started clawing it back, man. I had Billy Joe, like I have to admit, even though I prefer Eubank, I had Billy Joe just shading it. Just shading it. But it wasn't much in it. It could have been a draw, but I'd say just shaded it. You know what I mean? But you see how Billy got 80-20 split. What are you going on about 80-20 split? You don't want to fight. You don't want to rematch.
He can't make no money about Eubank. This put it twisted. You can't make no money about Eubank.
No.
No. Eddie's done it. Eddie's done it. Man.
He's done with him, yeah?
I don't know if he's done with him, but he shipped them out, though, innit? He just let the man the purse. He did the same before. He didn't win the purse against the Blackwell.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was on Channel 5. Yeah, that's right.
Where they left.
That's right.
Yeah. The same thing before.
Yeah. Well, he's got his IBF heavyweight champion, innit? And like I tell you the fighters that Eddie's got who he likes. He likes Luke Campbell. He likes Joshua. He likes the suit Callum Smith. Yeah, they're the 3 he likes. He likes them guys there, man.
You know what? These guys have to fight someone at some point.
Say that again?
I'm echoing your end, but you're in a bit, bitch. These guys are gonna have to fight someone at some point because they're getting layups, man. they're not fighting no one to test them, yeah. And this is what I'm saying about Joshua. Someone, you know what I mean? You have to fight someone, and it ain't gonna be pay-per-view because they set the bar so high. You can't bring it back down. A lot of money and people investing. Who's the pay-per-view fighter for Joshua to fight? And the names they brought out, none of them are pay-per-view. None of them.
Man, he should fight. He should look. You won the title. You went for the title, right? There's no point banging over it. Like, so what if he's the first man to? Well, he won't be the first man to stop Pulev, and he won't be the first man to stop Savern. Really, truly, you know, go for the Furies. Well, Furies, fuck them. Get Wilder. Wilder's matched up as well. So but they're all sidelined, isn't they?
Mm.
And he's not. Well, what about Ortiz? You could go for Ortiz. That'd be nice.
Ah, I love that. But I'm thinking, you know what? Why would Eddie should sign?
Hey, you hear what Don Charles said?
Yeah.
He said David Haye would be too fast for Andy Joshua, too tricky at this stage. That's what he said, isn't it?
He also said, David Haye, when David Haye punched him in his jaw, he still has effects from the punch from David Haye landing in his jaw.
Yeah, David Haye can hit for a small heavyweight, man. He can hit.
Mm-hmm.
He can hit, man. But
the president. Well,
thing is, though, if he fights Joshua, he's going to be frayed, isn't it?
I thought he was fight, no?
He's going to be frayed. If Joshua comes for him, I don't fancy David Haye's Johnson one bit.
Yeah?
Don't fancy it, man. Seriously. I don't fancy it.
He can hit you, though.
Yeah, so could Andy Joshua. Yeah? Look what Carl Thompson did to him. If he fights any kind of like pressure David Haye behind that jab, he's got to be brave. He can't fight Haye and say, okay, I'm just going to think. Go forward and take his, let him throw punches going backwards. And Haye can do that. But that's he has to put the press behind the jab, put pressure on David Haye, and we'll see what kind of fighter he is. Yeah? I see David Haye fighting European title cruiserweight fights, and one guy was pressuring him, and he was cut. Haye was cut, but he did beat the guy. Haye was cut on the back foot, and after he said, "Oh, I just needed rounds after." Don't pressure the guy. Pressure David Haye. What it is, you know. You got the reach. Go behind the jab and push him back, and let's see what he can do.
I don't like Joshua. I think Natty wants to jump in, you know. Let me see. Natty's red. Where you come from? Fucking that. Yeah, where my link. Uma wanted to.
Where's Uma? Where's Uma?
I know. Uma's not coming over. He's not coming over.
He mash up Sean Newton the other day.
He's been gunning tea, bro. He's been rinsing up, bro.
It's still a rinse out tea. Yo, what happened to tea anyway? Tea gone missing. I mean, it's him turn porn star or something. No, I mean.
It was on you early on. It was
on
early, yeah, my other hang. I done I hang out on commentary. The top bad, was it good and bad commentaries around the world? Then which one guys you didn't like?
Man, you bet if you didn't mention Reg Gottlieb, you know I'm pissed.
Listen, bro. He's a good guy. I mentioned Steve Holdsworth.
Steve Holdsworth is good.
One of the worst.
You think he's bad?
One of the worst.
No, Steve is
boring.
Maybe
he's boring, bro.
All right, he's boring. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I see. He knew boxing, though. He knew boxing.
Max Kellerman is terrible.
Max Kellerman. Yeah, he's I don't know. Yeah, he's not that. Yeah.
You think it's 2 minutes?
Max.
Hey, B, I got some background for you.
You still getting?
Yeah. Let me see, is it gone? Now you jumping?
No, not here yet.
Oh, let me see, it's gone now. Ah, it's gone now. Okay, here we go. All right. Yeah. Steve, Max Kellerman If I knew he was doing a broadcast thing, I wouldn't go and zoom in to watch him, listen to him. No way, man.
What about, you know who I like? I like Colonel Bob Sheridan. I like his boy. I like Colonel Bob Sheridan.
Yeah, Colonel. You mentioned all the major ones. Colonel Bob. You also mentioned a lot of fighters. Kevin Kelly.
Yeah. What about Marv Albert? Old school. Marv Albert was good.
Yeah, of course. Got Marv Albert. Yeah, of course. Marv Albert, Chuck Hearn.
Yeah.
But I mixed a lot of fighters. Then was good. Roy Jones, Talbot.
Man, Leonard used to hate on Tyson, man. Yeah, I used to think he used to hate on Tyson.
But he was good though.
He was good.
Yeah, no, I never used to hate on Tyson. What about when he was fighting Bruno? When Tyson fighting Bruno, he goes, I see a lot of body on Bruno. But if Tyson throws some body punch, I think he might be able to get him out there. That was Leonard and Bruno, the first one, bro.
Yeah.
I banged him to the body, bro. We called it straight, bro.
I didn't hear that. I just heard the British broadcast. All I had was
the HBO one and that. That's the time Leonard was sick, bro. Leonard was
Harry Carpenter. I only heard the Harry Carpenter.
Oh yeah, Harry Carpenter.
Remember the first Bruno Tyson? Bruno standing. Get in there, Frankie. Harry Harry forgot to be neutral. Harry forgot neutral, boy.
That's what I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying. This is what I started to say about the commentary these days. The commentary is not neutral anymore, and also, consequently, they've been the commentary disrespect the fighters, so the fans disrespect the fighters. You see what I'm saying? Like with Victor, I was saying a guy like Gus Johnson. I don't know if you remember him. Yeah, do you remember Victor Ortiz? Who got his jaw broken by Jose Lopez. Remember that fight?
Sure do.
Remember the commentary?
No, I don't remember the commentary so much.
Commentary was when like sound like this. Victor Ortiz.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Johnson, bro. You know what I mean? Hey, Natty Dread, where you come from? Talking to the door. Hey, Natty.
On a bus your gun. Yeah, from the Alaganja Corrigo, Usain Bolt. What's the good? What's good?
What's good, bro?
Yeah. Hey,
You
see the commentary? You see the commentary job we done on the team?
Yeah, fam, that shit look good, man. You mesh it up real nice, yo.
Yeah.
I had to download Daily Motion app because that shit was sending me to some old virus site.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that shit was funny as hell, man. B-Moss, he killed that man. Oh, B-Moss.
B-Moss was getting at you, fam. He be that. So y'all got this the man. I'm on a yard just like you.
B-Moss was working me, B. You see it, right? Have you seen it, right?
I saw something in Daily Motion.
B-Moss was vicious. The whole thing here, listen, you can see where my bias was nicely. I was for Bundu all the way, bro. And you could hear it, bro. And even when he was hurt, now Bundu gonna come back. And that punch come, he killed that man. He killed him.
Bias. Yo, and then me coming at the end and come mash up the place.
That got work. I finally conceded. I was like, oh yeah, he's good. But yeah, where was we now? So Natty, this we're talking about now, right? We was talking.
Yo, hold on, there, man. Being on them man over Google Hangout, you know, them want a link.
Who's
being on Nauta?
Nauta's coming in. Umar's not coming in and nothing. Umar ain't coming over. Go in. Mouth too foul, and he keep gunning off T. And in terms of leave him alone, he keep this long. Umar, go in Nauta. Umar can't stay in the cold, man, and behave himself. You need to behave, man. You can't do everything there. You know what I mean? Keep dissing, keep warring over stuff that is long. Nauta's already in here already. What?
Nauta in there already? All right.
Yeah, where did Nauta say that? From the chat?
Yeah. We was talking to D-Block.
D-Block.
D-Block in there too.
Hey, what's the Delboy 94 says the last good card Warren had no shoulders and Eubanks. That was like 2 years ago. Yeah, exactly. You was saying anything. Yeah, I mean, Brett ain't done a good
I'm gonna be watching this on my Madro live.
Yeah, you get the much.
What are you watching? What are you talking about?
Golovkin and Kell Brook.
Oh, when's that? Next week?
Sky Sports, baby.
That's what month is Nabi. We way away, man.
Is it?
September.
Whole month ago. But another month, like 2 months.
Yeah, 1 month.
In 1 month away, man.
All right.
I mean, less than a month, man. Ain't it like some in the teens?
Yeah, it's not that far, bro.
Nah, it's about
It's September. I've got it September the 17th.
yeah, 17. So that's like 2.5 week or 3 week.
Yeah, man, 2.5 weeks, man. Let me. Not long.
Not around the corner, fam.
Yeah, not that long, bro.
Far to me, bro. Give me far to me. Hey, Natty Dread. So, hey, what? See?
Yes, sir.
Talking about the worst commentaries and the good and the worst commentaries you've heard. So, give us your worst commentary and some of the commentary that you really like.
Worst commentary? HBO. No. Well, let me tell you something, man. Larry Merchant, he was good at one point, but in his later years he became horrible. As much as this is gonna be a controversial one. As much as I like George Foreman, I never really liked his commentary.
Okay.
I never really liked his commentary. He was horrible at it to me.
You mean so?
Wait, Marv Albert, hate Marv Albert.
You hate Bob Albert?
Yeah, he's no good at boxing to me, man.
I tell you, I like Sean O'Grady.
Sean O'Grady was awesome, but you know I love Al Bernstein. Al Bernstein's like my favorite right now.
I love Al Bernstein.
Al Bernstein, my favorite, B.
Al Bernstein, I like Al Bernstein.
Teddy Atlas. In his older age, he's getting a little too animated for me, but he's still a good commentator.
I think he with Joe Tessitore and Teddy. Joe Tessitore and Teddy was good. Good.
Yeah, they had good chemistry.
Yeah, they did. I like what I loved. It was the Emmanuel Augustus fight with Courtney Burton.
Yeah, Courtney Burton. Yeah.
Teddy went mad, boy.
Hey, Joe Tessitore is on that, ain't it? Joe Tessitore, he's the middleman in that. He's pretty good. He's alright.
Yeah. I can't stand Barry Jones, man. He's annoying.
Oh.
You know what annoyed me is when when Canelo fought Floyd. Like the neutrality just went. Wouldn't it be great if Canelo just landed a big shot and hurt Floyd? Like, I said, what kind of commentary is that?
Wow.
What kind of commentary is that?
Yeah. For real. Jim Watt done a bad one against Vladimir versus David Haye. He was just getting in on David Haye.
Haye was whack though. Haye was whack.
Yeah.
Oh, fair play. But
I just watched that fight again, man. I got that on DVD.
Yeah, but
he was horrible. He didn't do anything. This is my
point about good commentary, right? Where, like me and Nauta, you can give me and Nauta Rigondeaux, and let's say Andre Ward, we'll make that an exciting fight. Trust me, we would make that an exciting fight, wherever, ever. So you have a different commentary with that. Oh man, this guy's
see, I don't care if you're not excited. I'll be able to do comment. But David Haye just didn't perform. It wasn't like it was boring. He just didn't do shit. He said the man put people's heads on t-shirt. He didn't do shit. He didn't do shit, man. Trust me. Put David Haye with a big aggressive guy who's coming through. Who's got ambition. He's got trouble on his hands. Trouble.
You come up with some good ones, Natty. Who else you got?
Of course, what's his name? What's his name? From Ali days, man.
Howard Cosell.
That guy, awesome, man. I used to love hearing his commentary. Not like I was alive during the days. I'm talking about in the replay, of course. I'm not that old.
Yeah.
Who else I like? Paulie Malignaggi. I like Antonio Tarver. I like Roy Jones.
Yeah, that's right. I mentioned all them. What about Gil Clancy? Gil Clancy.
He was
Gil Clancy.
He was one of my favorites.
Oh.
Yeah. Move, man.
Dr. Ernie Pacheco.
Yeah.
The fight doctor.
Yeah, I like him and the other guy, the heavyweight. What's his name again? He used to do it with the heavyweight all the time. Bobby Ches. Bobby
Ches was good.
Yeah,
and who was the guy who fought Larry Holmes? The white guy. Scott LeDoux was good.
Scott LeDoux, man.
Scott LeDoux.
Yeah.
I like Scott LeDoux because because the thing is, you have commentary like a Joe Tesori and a Max Kellum, right? Where they're all right, but they need someone next to them to do it. But if you just zoomed in to listen to Joe Tesori by himself or Max Narva, you'd have to look at the broadcast off. You couldn't do that. Now, talking about Marv Albert's okay, but he needs someone moving in Leonard or someone next to him or Don Dunphy. Because I remember them. If you look at
Don Dunphy.
Yeah, Don Dunphy. It was on that. I think that was Don Dunphy's last major fight was Leonard versus Hearns, the first one. That was his last. That was his last gig. The man went all the way from the 50s all the way to end, and it was him. It was Don Dunphy. It was Verny Pacheco. It was Marv Albert, and who else was on the card? It was Marv Albert, and I think that was it actually. Oh, there was one other.
You know who else is pretty good? Is Jim Rosenthal from Britain. He
never does commentary. He never does commentary. He always does the announcement. He doesn't do commentary.
No, you're joking, man. Jim Rosenthal does not commentary. No,
he doesn't. No.
No, from 80s, bro. From 80s, he done Hearns versus Andrews. He done Bone Crusher Smith versus Ruddock. Jim Rosenthal done enough commentary. Jim Rosenthal.
I only used to know him as the guy.
Nah, Jim used to do commentary, bro.
When I watched ITV, yeah, I used to always see him like introducing the fight, but I never see him commentary. It was always Reg Godfrey.
No, Jim Rosenthal done quite a bit, bro. He done quite a bit.
All right, fair enough. I didn't know that. He used to do your thing, and Reg Godfrey. He used to introduce Reg Godfrey all the time. That's why.
I know, but he did a bit. He called a few of them.
Okay. Well, talking about that, I like Glenn McCrory. I think Glenn McCrory and Ian Dark, they was a nice combination. Them two, they done a really good job.
What about Lennox Lewis?
Yeah.
I like Sugar Ray Leonard when he was in the 80s, like when he was retired.
Yeah, that's right.
I like him better then than he does on PBC.
Yeah. He was more exciting than that. And Beast talking about Lennox Lewis, Roy Jones versus John Ruiz. Lennox Lewis was on point in that one, and I agree with
Lennox Lewis was awesome, man. I like Lennox Lewis.
It was that one because this is the thing, you know. And if you see Larry Holmes do Chocolito versus Juan Francisco Estrada and Brian Valora and Tyson Marquez,
Larry knows his boxing.
Larry, on that one, yeah, Larry. I haven't heard him since. I don't know why he hasn't got another gig since. Larry was nice, bro. Larry's really.
Every time I see Larry does commentary, he does good, but he doesn't do it too often.
No, he doesn't do it. I hate what you're saying about George Foreman. Sometimes when you watch a George Foreman one, he be talking some stuff. You like, man, what's George Foreman talking about?
I respect him and everything, but I don't like his commentary.
I prefer Roy Jones in that because Roy Jones used to put man in their place. And I'm talking about the Pacific one. I'm talking about is Roy Jones, Jim Lantley, and what's his name again? That hating bro. What's his name again?
Larry Merchant.
On the fight with Mark Antonio Brea versus Kenny McKinney. What's Jim Lantley? As Kenny McKinney's getting busted up, and here he goes. Look on that. He goes. This is what Jim Lantley goes. Look how you can see Brea's fans looking with their hearts in their throat as Brea putting the beat in. The way he said the words, yeah, it was perfect. And Roy Jones goes, why is Kenny walking like that? It looks like why is his legs dangling? And Larry Merchant was trying to say, no, he looks right. No, he's hurt. Larry, he could call it. And also Roy Jones on the Trinidad and Ricardo Mayorga fight. When he goes, I can see a body shot coming. You know, I can see a body shot will do right well. And then just when he said it, bang, a body shot. Trinidad licked the body shot, and he was in all kinds of trouble in that fight. So
I remember Gil Clancy. He called the knockout with Burt Cooper versus Tony Fuliangi. That was nice. But the George Foreman moment for me was when he silenced Max Kellerman. I think it was the Prince Nassim. It was the Prince Nassim fight, and Kellerman said something connected with the Muslim thing, and George didn't like it. He said, and he kept going. George said, "It doesn't still sound like you like the guy, man." Max a little this and that. Max, because Max felt away. Yeah. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah.
What was Max on like one of those KO Nation things or something like that?
What on the one I'm talking about there?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Probably early.
Yeah, because I remember he was still with ESPN back then.
Yeah.
With George Foreman.
Max hating so bad. That's what I'm saying about that dude, you know. And they put him on ESPN. the ratings are terrible. The ratings are terrible. Max has done a terrible job because he's gaining on Floyd and he's talking lies, bro. The lies he's saying, the lies he keeps spinning. I don't watch it no more. I can't watch it.
Yeah, man. I was telling the guys the other day, man. Max has a thing now. His thing about Floyd. This is his agenda. It's like Floyd never fought anybody, or when he did fight them, it was only at the right time. His whole career is calculated. That's his new thing.
What about
and he brings it up every time. He never took risk and all of that bullshit.
What about Christine Puncher, that girl? Was she on HBO recently? Christine Puncher. I thought she done alright.
Commentary.
Yeah, she done alright, the female.
I don't know who she is though. I never heard her.
Yeah. I thought she done okay. I was saying, what's she gonna do? She just sound like some bimbo, but she done a good job, man. I gotta give her credit. She done a good job.
What do you guys think about Virgil Hunter?
Yeah, Virgil Hunter's. He's okay. I know you're talking about B. She does. She works for Bob Arum. She does all the.
That's right.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah, Virgil Hunter. Like in terms of the guys you mentioned, he's on the lower skin. Like, see me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be true. I think Paulie's just okay. I'm not overly on Paulie. I'm not. Like, I know he says the right things, right, and he says some things that I don't know about. But I'm not overly enthusiastic. I prefer Tarver. I prefer Roy Jones. You know what I mean? Hopkins is probably the worst one. Hopkins is not that good to me. I don't care.
What do you think of David Haye? David Haye too, man.
I don't think David he doesn't really say anything. He doesn't really say any knowledge. I've look. Paulie says knowledge, yeah, but I'm not. I just when I'm watching Paulie, it's like, Paulie's commentary is like, oh man, bro. Tarver, Roy Jones, man, like them guys there when they're talking stuff, like Larry Holmes, Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis was pretty good on the mic, man. He was doing pretty a good job over there. I'm not overly on Paulie, man. I'm not.
To me, like right now.
Yeah.
Paulie's doing a much better job on Showtime than Tarver is doing on Spike.
But Tarver's not getting that many gigs, so he ain't got that much practice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like it seemed like he was better when he was on Showtime. Mm-hmm. He's just okay now.
Yeah, but he got things. As we know, he got things on his mind.
Yeah, true indeed.
Yeah, he's got things on his mind, so he's not clear. But I just prefer their presentation of it. But I did really love Leonard, really enjoy Leonard back in the 80s. Leonard's voice on the mic, wicked. You know what I mean? It was. I
did not like Hagler though.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Hagler's not a good comment.
I did not like Hagler at all.
Nah. Some of their voices are not meant. Thing is, mouth is not good for what's his name? Bernard Hopkins is not good. It's not meant for the commentary. It's not. It's just not.
B-Hop's alright. I like B-Hop.
Oh man.
He's not horrible. He's just alright though. He's just alright.
I like B-Hop, man. I like B-Hop.
Hey, someone put KO, Khan KO. It was Lamptey that got choked by.
Got checked. Yeah, he got checked by Foreman.
Yeah. Andre Ward is a good when he feels.
Ward's good. Ward is good. Ward
is like on the Paulie level to me. They're just all right. There's nothing pizzazz about them guys. Okay. What about Manuel Stewart? Like Manuel was good, but he got caught up in the politics by the end of his run. To me, Manuel
was some garbage, man. Sometimes he was good, but man, the amount of times he called Floyd to lose, and when Floyd beat the guy, he turned it around. That's not very impressive and all that shit.
Yeah.
He was against Floyd. He was outside Floyd.
Manny said that Carlos Baldomir was gonna beat Floyd, man. Yes, he did.
And then when Floyd beat him, this isn't good enough to get a fight with Oscar. This isn't good enough.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. At some point, the commentary become a politics thing. It's like politicians. You know what I mean? When the commentary wasn't like that before. This is why I turned the volumes down. When before, whenever you complain, you sat down. That's why I can watch all them fights back in the early days. Hey, you know what? Dan, what's his name? Dan Guzman. Was it Dan Guzman? He was good,
Dan Goosen.
Dan Goosen.
It was Dan Guzman. He was good, Back in the 90s,
Yeah.
He was pretty good, He was nice, that guy there.
Was that Dan or Joe?
It's Dan.
Joe was a trainer. Dan used to do the commentary.
Dan was good. Dan was very good on the mic, yeah. But what I'm trying to say to you, the commentary, and this is why the PBC get it. The PBC get it. They're just talking about the boxing. They're not bringing no politics. You're not talking about this, that, the other. They are just talking about the boxing, and they're basically trying to make the boxers look good. And this is where commentary is gonna right. I don't mind listening to the PBC commentary, not at all. But with the HBO thing, it's an agenda based. Straight off the bat, man. Rigo gets shitted on. What's his name? Nicholas Waters gets shitted on. Andre Ward, not so much, but a bit. Not too much, but a bit. But they're not fans of him, you know. And it's agenda driven, you know. And it's not pleasant to watch.
Certainly isn't.
B Marsh, what am I say?
B Marsh, you there?
What's the eyes, man?
Hey, let me tell you something, B Marsh.
What's up, fellas?
Let me tell you something, you. I'm going to talk about lyricists and don't invite the Eye King. You mad?
Oh man, yeah man.
B Marsh, he killed that man. He killed that man. He killed that.
Oh man, yo, I thought that man got really hurt, you know.
B Marsh
He did. He did, B Marsh. He did.
Yo, what's up, B Marsh? What's up now? What's up?
What's the deal, Beast? What up, man?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. We're on this. Hey, so we're on this Triple G thing. Triple G Kell Brook. Predictions. Yo, go ahead, man. One of y'all go. Give me your predictions, man.
Oh man, this fight ain't for a few weeks. I ain't really sit down and analyze it too much, but you know, on the real, you know, I think if it's supposed to go like it's supposed to go, I think the man Triple G will handle his business, you know what I mean? He's supposed to, you know? You know, I think the man is just too big for him, Kell Brook, you know what I mean? I know we haven't seen him on Fight Night, how much he's gonna weigh. I think Triple G will get him out of there, you know what I mean?
I can see that. Naoto?
I mean, I see pretty similar way, man. I'd say probably about maybe 6 rounds against Brook. I think Brook will like probably meet him at ring center, go try to heads up with him, try to smother him a little bit. You know, that's Brook's general game plan in the grand scheme of things, and I think it's the game plan that probably would work best against Golovkin. But the main thing is I just think that Golovkin is like when people talk about that idea of punching above your weight or being stronger than you are, like in terms of, like being stronger than what people would perceive you as compared to your size, I think that's what Golovkin is. So I think that with Brook, even though I'd say he's probably around equal level in terms of just like overall like size with Golovkin, you know, moving up and everything. Of course, you know, Golovkin's never drained all the way down to 147 or anything, but still, you know, Brook's not a small guy. But I just don't think that the level of strength, that physical, you know, being able to like manhandle somebody is there enough for him to hang with Golovkin. And I think that Golovkin may kind of, you know, let him get his own shots off and you know, just counter Brook. Honestly, I think he may carry him a little bit. So that's the main reason why I see it going as long as it will. You know, I think he'll look to get some rounds in with Brook, and then finally finish him when it comes time to it.
Cool. Nay.
Oh man. As the fight gets closer, you know, I start to analyze it more. But I still have to come up with the same conclusion. Look, man, Kell Brook is no chump. Kell Brook can fight. You know what I'm saying? Let's get that straight. Kell Brook can fight. He's a very good technical fighter, very good puncher at 147. But to be honest with you, I think Triple G is as good or maybe better than him technically. He's better. He's been at the weight his whole career. He's proved that he's strong at the weight. Kell Brook has never fought at 160 before, at least not in a professional fight. I just don't think Kell Brook will be able to handle the pressure, handle the power, handle the strength of Triple G, and Triple G will probably take him out of there within 6.
Mm-hmm.
put it. Look at. Let me tell you something though. If for some reason, by some miracle, Kell Brook is able to take Triple G's power, this could be a long fight. This could be a long fight, but I don't expect it, and I expect him to be knocked out in 6 rounds.
All right, you guys there listening, yeah, on the screen, yeah, you can see this. Do you guys take anything from what you see, the numbers, like what you see on the screen or whatever? Like if you can see it, I don't know if you can see. You got the age. I can read it to you if you guys can't see.
I can see it.
Okay, what do you take from the stats here? What you see on the screen? The numbers are close though, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, fairly equal level of pro experience, by and large. So, I mean, in terms of like actual like ring ability, you know, what they've seen in front of them, the ability to adjust, they're probably, you know, fairly equal in that regard. You know, the real key difference really is just who they fought in the past. You know, Golovkin is obviously used to fighting bigger opponents than Brook, but Brook isn't used to fighting as big of an opponent as Golovkin is.
Correct.
That's the main difference.
Hey,
Yep.
Was it? I think it was not the amateur. Who was it brought the amateur? I can't remember. I think it was you now. The amateur, like what was it? Beats brought the amateur thing. Like Kell Brooks, he's basically won a junior ABA when he was young. Other than that, he's been a pro from 2004. Triple G, you know, he's fought guys. You know, silver medal in the Olympics. It was the world #1 gold medal in the world games. He's got names on his things. The amateur, he's better than amateur, and as a pro, he's probably got more names than his. Actually, I think he's got more names than Kell. Who's Kell got? Shevchenko.
Kell Brook been a pro from he been a welterweight his whole career. He only had one step-up fight his whole career.
Yeah.
That was Sean Porter. You know what I mean?
Sean Porter and Shevchenko. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
He fought a champion and a former world champion.
Yeah. You take any away from the stats, Matt? Any of these stats? Like the rounds, Kell's got more rounds on him slightly. You know. That means he's.
Yeah, I mean, there's some experience there, but let me tell you, it evens out because, like you just said, Kell Brook has very little amateur experience. What, he has like 60 fights or some shit as an amateur?
Who, Kell?
Yes. He doesn't even have 100 fights.
I don't think he got no 60, man. I don't think it's even that, man.
Yeah, maybe less. I'm just, you know, giving him the benefit of the doubt. 40. Like, this dude has 300 amateur fights.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's been around the block. He's technically sound. I don't think he's as quick as Kell Brook, but he has good timing, so it shouldn't matter. And it's not like Kell Brook is lightning fast that you have to really. It's something you really got to worry about. Nah, man, the experience is way vaster for Golovkin, even if it was amateur. You know what I'm saying?
And that's Brook's biggest problem. He's not really fast. Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, flat-footed.
Yeah.
And he bounces around sometimes on his toes, but he doesn't sustain it.
Yeah, I mean, if he had elite speed, then I'd give him a chance. And as he's bulking up as well, that's going to even negate that he will.
Yeah. I mean, just looking at it at face value, it's hard to give him a chance, man. It's just hard. I just can't see it. There's nothing that he does in the ring that tells me that he can beat Gennady Golovkin, especially coming from the welterweight division. He's used to being the boss in there, and he's not going to be the boss against Golovkin.
I tell you what, he's going to go out swinging though. I'm getting some feedback from him. I don't know if I'm getting some feedback. I'm not getting some feedback from him. I tell you what, I met Kell, right? He's definitely going to go out swinging. Let me see if I get the feedback from him. I'm getting some feedback right here. He's definitely going to go. Who's this? Is it B-Marsh? Oh, feedback.
I don't think so, man. It's quiet where I'm at. Ain't no sound over here.
Oh, it's gone now. It's gone. Oh, it's probably 90. All right, yeah. He's definitely going to go out swinging. He's a proud man. And, bro, he ain't used to losing. I said to when I talked to his dad, you know, you've been winning from so far. So I think it's he's not B-Mas is you, man. He's either you. Let me meet you.
I don't. I'm on mute, my.
Yeah. There you go. It was probably There you go. It's all right, B-Mas. Don't worry about it, man. You stay muted for a bit until I finish. Yeah. Where was I at? Kell's been a winner for the longest, and in my opinion, he's used to winning. So, hey, bro, he's gonna go out on his shield. I think he'll go out on his back if he has to. That's the way I see it. You guys can unmute if you want to. I'll just mute myself.
But I think there's nothing about these stats I peeped on your little Avi that suggested anything that give Kell Brook a chance. I think Kell Brook would have to give himself a chance if he was more like B said, he's not that fast. He don't even, to me, he's flat-footed. You know what I'm saying? He's not really elusive. You check it, and if he had more foot speed, quicker hand speed, and more lateral movement, he got Triple G problems, but Triple G is excellent at cutting off the ring, you know what I mean? So this guy, to me, man, I think he's going to be backed in the corner and somehow he's going to get caught.
Look, man, Brook's not a face-first slugger, but his style is suited that, most of the time he's bigger than his opponents. That his style is better suited. That, like with Porter, he's able to shove Porter around, and not many people can do that. Like Thurman couldn't shove Porter around. How's he going to shove Triple G around? Like he shoved Kevin Busy around. He's not going to ragdoll my guy like that.
What up, Chris? Oh man, it's funny. That's funny, That's true. It's ragdoll. All right.
Chris, come back.
What up, Chris?
What's up?
What up? Hey, Chris, give me. You done the prediction already.
What up, Chris? What's up, Chris?
Hey, Liam Smith, Canelo Alvarez. I think that's a more even fight than Triple G and Kell Brook, in my opinion. How do you guys see that?
I see Canelo stopping him around 7th or 8th.
Who else?
You give him so much, Chris. I'll give Liam 6 to before he gets knocked out. I'll give him 6. I gave him 5 first. I'm with you. Between 5 and 7. 5 and 7.
El Canelo en cuatro. El Canelo en cuatro.
Cinnamon and beefy.
Four rounds now? 4 rounds you got in that? 4 rounds.
That's all I got. 4 rounds, man.
Watch Spanish in 4, yeah, I should know that. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Sí, señor. You didn't even know. That is gracias.
Beef up again. Beat up. Let me tell you.
Go ahead.
And he doesn't have power. There's nothing to keep Canelo off of him.
No, he doesn't have power. You're right. He doesn't have power.
Nothing to keep the cinnamon honest. Yeah, this guy's tailor-made for Canelo, man. He's going to be a come-forward guy. I see him getting stretched out like Kirkland, same way, you know what I mean?
Oh, man.
Yep.
You guys not as quick as that, because he's not as reckless as Kirkland. He's not as reckless. But, like, it'll go about 3 or 4.
Damn.
Yeah, I can see about 4, because, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think Canelo's going to be
come
worried
ride
about
with me.
anything.
4.
Go ahead, Nato.
Nah, I don't think Canelo's going to be worried about anything that Smith's throwing at him at all. You know what I mean?
Nope.
So the way that he was swinging for the fences as soon as round 1 with Khan, I could see that with Smith too. Like pretty much whenever he feels like it, he's gonna put that dude to sleep.
I got one for you guys. Kawaki versus Alexander Usyk.
That's a good one, man.
I got Usyk.
Go ahead, tell us why.
I mean, he's a monster, man. Like even in the amateurs, he was knocking guys out with those big, heavily padded gloves.
Joe Joyce, he beat down on Joe Joyce.
Yeah, and he beat Baturbia.
Yeah, I saw that one as well. Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah.
He ain't no joke, man. I know Golovkin is really good, but at the same time, I mean, it's not entirely hard to find him.
Yeah.
I mean, even Huck, touched him up a bit, and I think Usyk is way more in terms of physical prime, way closer to that than Huck is. I don't even think he's really reached his ceiling yet. I think Usyk probably has more to improve upon. as he gets more experience. So I think Golovkin will give him hell, but I think Usyk probably stops him in maybe like around 9.
Keep it going, guys. Keep it going. Someone jump in next.
Usyk in 10. Golovkin good. He's gonna have early success against Usyk, but I think he's gonna fade down the stretch. Usyk's gonna take over, and Usyk is just more technically sound than he is. Golovkin, he kind of looks for the left hand too much for me.
Yeah, man. I probably go same way, man. Picking, Mr. Bashir's guy right now, Alexander Usyk. I think he's definitely more technically sound. You know what I'm saying? I've seen a few of his fights. I've seen him in the last Olympics in London too. You know what I mean? And this guy's a good. He's not a prospect no more. He's a contender, probably like 9-0, maybe 10-0. You know what I'm saying? So they're pushing this guy along for a good reason, man. I think he's ready to snatch that WBO belt. I think Golovkin's a good fighter, but like Nati say, them fellas more left hand happy, and even that fight with Cunningham on the real, if it wasn't for them 4 knockdowns, man, Cunningham probably would have won that fight, at least on my card. You know what I mean? It was a closer fight other than the knockdowns. You check it?
Yeah.
So I think, Golovkin came out of nowhere. I didn't know nothing about him till the Marco Huck fight. Great fight. One of my favorite fights of last year. But I think, man, this Alexander Usyk, where the fight at? It's going to be in Poland, too. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I think the guy Usyk will probably get it done, man. I probably seeing him win. I don't know if he's going to knock him out. I probably see him winning a decision. You know what I mean?
And we got to know that Golovkin is vulnerable too. He can be knocked down as well.
Go ahead. Who's next?
Man,
I'm going with Golovkin. I'm going different. I think Golovkin gonna win the fight on decision.
Break it down. Break it down.
I'm telling Mr. Bashir on you.
I don't care. I'll tell Mr. Bashir, call him right now.
Hey, break it down, Papa. Break it down.
I seen Usyk fight, but who has he been fighting?
Good point.
It's experience. This dude been in the ring with some top guys.
I agree.
Y'all know me by now. You don't get credit till you get in the ring and do something.
I agree with Chris. I don't think Usyk's opponents have prepared him for this level of pro fighting. I'm not sure if it has. I think it's 50-50, but I'm going to go with Glavashki. If I pronounce that right, I'm going to go with him. I'm going to go with him.
That's it. No breakdown, nothing.
I think Usyk is a good boxer, but I just don't think he's had to fight anybody as powerful or as aggressive and as fresh. You see with Cunningham, man, like the guy ruined Cunningham's career. Cunningham ain't fought since then. Cunningham was taking some massive shots in that fight, man. And like B-Marsh said, apart from the 4 knockdowns, but B-Marsh, that's 4 knockdowns. That's nearly a third of the fight of the major part of the action. The fact he was able to score them 4 rounds, them 4 knockdowns. Every time Steve done something good, he come back with something big.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I don't know. Mr. Bashir wouldn't like to hear me say it, but I have to keep it Rizil. I have to keep it on the Rizil, man. Yeah.
You could have said that against about the Polish cat right before he fought Marco Huck. Right before he fought Marco Huck, we'd be like, who the hell has he fought? Why should he beat Marco Huck?
Yeah, but Usyk ain't beat nobody on Marco Huck level.
Hold on. That's the reason I picked Marco Huck, because I was saying, who is this guy?
Yeah, but Hook was on the slide next, man. Like, if you saw the last fight he had before Glavashki against Lagati, I thought he lost the fight. I thought he lost. He was on the slide to me.
I'm like, who has the guy fought? Why should I pick him over Marco Huck? but the guy is better than Marco Huck. If I looked at the stylistic matchup, I probably would have swung his way. But I'm like, he's inexperienced. He doesn't have any big fights on his resume. He doesn't have any big wins. So
I think
why
Golovkin
over a long
would
reigning
beat
champion?
everybody. I think Golovkin would destroy everybody that Usyk fought.
Probably. But you don't know how their styles match up together, though.
Yeah.
Golovkin will beat Beef?
No, professionally.
Amateur, man. We went back into his amateur.
Professionally, yeah, I agree.
Professionally.
I agree with that. I get some feedback one. I don't know who's giving the feedback out here. Get some feedback, right? All right, move on. Last one. And these are the best fights I've picked out. Andy Crawler versus Jorge Linares. I think that's the last one to finish. That's a good fight, man. Anyone see anything in that one?
I'm going with Golden Boy there.
Oh.
I'm going with the Golden Boy.
What? Which Golden Boy? The Golden Boy for Matchroom or the Golden Boy for Finland?
Jorge Linares. That's his name, Golden Boy in Spanish.
Yeah, Niño de Oro.
I'm going with the Golden Boy. Straight from Venezuela, man.
Yeah, that's a good fight, man. That's a real interesting fight.
It's not gonna be easy work. I'm gonna say, is it gonna be in the UK?
UK all day, baby. UK all day.
Damn. Yeah, I'm going with the Golden Boy. Split decision.
And, you know, I'm probably going to have to pick, man, the guy Crawler, man. I thought he looked good against that Barossa guy. Not every single round. But I thought he had a good game plan against a guy who was knocking almost everybody out that he was getting in the ring with. That Barossa character, you know what I mean? You know, the guy, Jorge Linares, man, I ain't seen him in the ring in a while. This guy think he's coming off an injury. I think so. Or maybe he was trying to avoid that Zlatikin guy. But, you know, the guy Crawler ain't got the power. If he had the power, I'd definitely say for sure he could probably get rid of Linares because I think he got a shaky chin. But I think Crawler got a momentum right now, man. And, you know, the fight going to be, I think it's in his hometown out there in Manchester. I think he got the momentum. And, you know, I consider him, you know, he's one of those champions from England who I could say really earned his belt, you know what I mean? And he defended it. Well, you know, when he beat Darly Perez, I think this guy, Crawler, he going to get it done, man. I see him winning a decision out there. You know, I'm not too sure if the Golden Boy, the guy from Venezuela, still got it anymore like that, you know what I mean? I've seen him get dropped by lesser opponents who I don't rate as high as I do Crawler, you know what I'm saying? So I probably pick Crawler in that fight by decision.
Man, I've got to take this next, man. Like people are saying about Crawler's power, yeah, you could say that when he's fighting the likes of Derry Matthews, yeah. But right now in Manchester, they're calling him the new Ricky Hatton, and like he's added the body shots to his game, man.
No doubt.
I'm picking him to beat up Linares, man, and have a big night in Manchester. I'm picking it $1 million. I'm going for $1 million, man.
Boom, that shit.
I'm going with Corolla too. I seen Linares' last fight. The dude almost came back and stopped him.
That won his last fight, by the way. That won his last fight.
I mean, but he didn't look good in none of his fights to me. He's not the same guy. He's been in a lot of tough fights.
Yeah.
I think the guy gonna stop him around 6 or 7.
You see what he did to Kevin Mitchell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, you guys watching that? They don't go fight. You guys are watching, man. I don't go fight. You guys are watching, man. That fight.
I was watching the fight when he was getting his ass whooped. That's the fight I was watching later round.
You see, okay. If he goes awesome, did you see what happened to Mitchell's face?
Did you see what happened to Kevin Mitchell?
You see what happened to Kevin Mitchell's face? What Linares did to his face, Chris?
You see what Linares hit the dick?
Yeah, he got the neck. He came back.
He got up and destroyed that guy. Beat him to a bloody pulp.
I ain't see him destroy him though. I see him survive.
What? He destroyed him. He made him quit.
$1 million, bro. $1 million.
I think he's going to sleep.
Hey, nah, you go first. Give him the E-ball. Nah, you go first. I'll come in after, like a hydrant.
No, I already went, man. You could go.
Alright, man, let me tell you something, bro. Lenara is the freeweight champion. Is looking at this like food, bro. Food. No one gave him a chance against Barossa. Yeah, no one fought Barossa. Bro, no one fought. Someone's to mute, man. I ain't got time for no feedback, team. Y'all to mute. Everyone mute. Yeah, so I'm gonna feedback. Alright, no one, thank you, yeah. No one gave him a shot against Barossa, right? Me, I saw Barossa. I thought Barossa was gonna beat him. Barossa thought it was gonna be an easy fight as well. Barossa was teeing off with his hard punches and he couldn't land them. And when he realized he'd been mugged, it was too late. And Collar whacked him to the body and he was out of there. Right? It was out of there. He destroyed Mitchell and Barossa. Coming into the Linares saw that. So yeah, you know what? Linares is not like that, bro. Linares was take his time, take his time, use his jab, bang that right hand, and he's got a wicked left hook to the body and head. Collar's gonna get bang up inside. Bro, he'd be lucky if he even go 4 rounds, bro. Oh, I'm 5 rounds. 1 minute, Chris. 5 rounds. I'm saying 5 rounds, bro. 5 rounds. Linares is gonna take her with a collar and go home with Collar's belt and everything. And the fact, Linares is like, man, this is easy. Golden Boy are coming over, right? With I can't remember the new guy with Golden Boy. They're coming over looking at it like food. It's just dinner, bro. It's just dinner. That's what I see. Go ahead, Chris.
Amir Khan Jr. going to sleep.
Amir Khan Jr. Who's Amir Khan Jr.?
Linares.
Nah, he's not like Amir Khan. He gets tough to pick him up.
Most of his losses been knockouts or TKOs.
Yeah, but he gets off the most of the time he get up and bang.
I think even Mitchell had dropped him. Yeah, he fucked his eyes up.
Cruller got beat down by Derry Matthews, man. Get out of it.
The thing about Linares is that he's inconsistent. You know, sometimes he looks amazing, and then other times not so much. You know.
Yeah, but Cruller, how many you this assess Cruller? What's Cruller done apart from beat Barossa? Okay.
When he got that belt,
Linares getting knocked out by people that ain't even elite too.
Who's that guy?
Oh, yeah, like the guys that knocked Linares out elite.
Darle Perez,
state champion, bro.
He knocked out Darle Perez. That wasn't an easy fight. I mean, that wasn't an easy opponent.
You're criticizing Linares, but look at Cruller. Look at the Cruller.
I'm looking at his chin.
Yeah, well, I think Crowler's up though. Like I think he's really on an up.
That dude's strong.
With Linares, it's an open question. Because I mean, the way he looked against like guys like Arakawa, he looked incredible. You know, he looked good against Ivan Cano, but you know, he didn't look especially great against Mitchell. So I don't know. He may be due for another bad performance.
All right.
And I mean, Crowler in Manchester in front of his home crowd. I mean, he's not gonna. For one thing, Linares probably isn't gonna win a decision. So that's one. And then secondly, I mean, Crowler, I think in front of his own crowd, he's gonna be hyped. He's gonna be live, ready to get it, just like he was.
I'll tell you one thing, yeah, right? Anthony Crowler is way better than the Kevin Mitchell that fought at this stage. I'm not saying a better fight all round, but at this stage, Crowler's a better fighter than what Linares fought.
Bro, Crowler, if you put Crowler in there with Kevin Mitchell will take him out.
No, I don't believe that.
Hey, man?
No.
The Cruller who fought Linares. The Kevin Mitchell who fought Linares. If you put him in there with Cruller, he will take him out. Tell me, trust me. Ricky Burns would beat Cruller. Nah.
Ricky Burns would beat Linares.
No, he wouldn't be. Fuck that, he beat Linares. He
Out of your mind. You must be crazy.
You know what I'm saying? See? Told you.
Shit, you got knocked out by DeMarco. Why can't Ricky Burns beat him?
Because, come on, Linares is world class. All right, last one.
That fight was stopped on cuts, man. Stop it.
What about the Mexican that knocked him out before that? That was stopped on cuts.
Sergio Thompson.
Linares is the best in the division, right? All right, last one. I've got one for you. Derek Chisora versus Dillian White. That is the last one. That is it. That's December.
That's gonna happen?
Yeah, December. They're talking about December. Yeah.
That's a good fight.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. Let me set it off on this one. Let me tell you something, man. If Dillian White, I'm going with Dillian White to win this fight, right? But if for some reason he cannot get past Del Boy, he need to hang it up because he's never gonna be champion.
Yeah.
Man,
This
I'm gonna
this
go
is
with
this is
Del
the
Boy,
test of
man.
all tests. If he cannot get past Del Boy, and he can't just squeak by either, it has to be an impressive fashion. It has to be an obvious win. You know what I mean? If he cannot get past Del Boy, he don't need to step any further up.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go pick the guy from Zimbabwe, the Del Boy guy, man. Yeah, I think he got more experience, man, and you know these guys, I think they got personal history,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you know, I don't know what that tape dude was talking about, Chisora. He told the dude he's got the tape. Like I don't know what DVD he's talking about. Probably something from sparring. But you know, I think the man, I think Del Boy is, you know, he's definitely fought the better experienced guys. You know what I'm saying? He's fought Tyson Fury a few times. Been in there with David Haye. You know what I'm saying? He been in there with Vitali. You know what I'm saying? And you know,
Finished, man. Derek Chisora's finished. I feel like even against Pulev, man, like in the gaps where Derek wasn't punching beforehand, his strength is that he punched when you wasn't punching. That was one of his strengths. He hasn't got that no more. Derek's finished, man, and he's not concussing. He's finished.
Yep.
the other guy ain't been looking good
Yeah,
since that
yeah.
Dylan White fight.
I think
Go
Not
ahead.
Dylan White, but what's his name? Since he fought Anthony Joshua, he ain't look good in his last two
No.
fights.
that means it's time for him to look good again, man. I think he will.
I'm rolling with
Dillion's gonna get it done.
B-Master, the experience, everything. He leads
I'm
all.
going with Del Boy too.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
Del Boy. Why, Chris?
Huh?
Why?
Cause I
Who
just
he
don't
fought?
think I don't think the dude is the goods. I never did.
Nope.
I'm not naive. Hey, Natty Dread, where you come from? Go ahead, Natty.
The yard man gonna beat him up, I said.
Oh, man, you great. That is
Dylan's
low.
gonna beat him, man. Dylan's gonna beat him.
I'm with him.
He's
I'm
done,
with
man.
Dillion's beats.
Look,
Dillion.
look at Del Boy's last few fights, man.
Yeah, but look at the opponents, though.
We're giving him credit for getting in the ring with Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury won every round in the last fight. He had Tyson Fury looking like Pernell Whitaker.
Yeah.
What are we talking about here?
Yeah, if
He got knocked out cold
Dillian was
by David Haye.
if Dillian was in there, how do you think Dillian would have fared against Fury or against David Haye? How do you think he would have fared? He would have
Who knows? Who knows? But at that time,
We do
Del
know.
Boy was supposed to be a rising He was a rising contender. He was supposed to fare way better than that. And ever since the Klitschko fight, to me, he's been on the decline. The Klitschko fight was his peak.
I think both of them on the decline, so it should be a good fight.
And at this point, like I said, I'm going with Dillian White because at this point, where Del Boy is at now, if he cannot beat Del Boy today, there's no reason for him to continue.
Yeah.
I think, man, Dylan White ain't gonna fight again then, cause I think Chisora gonna beat him. You know what I mean?
We gonna have to see. We gonna have to see.
You know, them fellas, Chisora, man.
I was going for Derek last time, but no, I'm changing my pick.
What has Chisora done to impress you in his last 4 or 5 fights?
You mean he looked decent in the fight? I had him. What I have against Pulev? I had that joint a draw or even giving it to Del Boy. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on.
I have to disagree.
Yeah.
Look at Dillian in his last 2 fights. What has he done to improve that you think he could be Derek? And he looked terrible in his
Nothing.
He looked awful.
What would Dylan do against
He got
Pulev?
knocked out real bad in the fight before them two.
He looked good when he gets Joshua. That left hook, that was a right hook, whatever. That was his. That might have been his peak. After that, he looked terrible, bro. Like not good at all. He knows himself. He's better than that. The knockout might have took effect. That knockout he took from
It was
Joshua.
brutal.
We don't know. arthritis in
And
his arms.
a lot of people say he looked bad in his last fight. I don't know what fight you were watching. The man won every round.
He won
He
every
still
round,
go
yeah.
off.
In
But
every
he
round.
was
He was never in trouble. He was never in danger to this guy under no circumstances. But because he didn't knock him out, he had a bad performance? I don't think so.
You need to roll with the other Jamaican, Errol Spence, because that guy done.
Oh, I'm definitely rolling with Errol Spence, but
Yeah,
that boy ain't going to beat Dylan White, man.
that's funny, Chris. Funny as true as well. Man. Well, that's it on the predictions of the major fights. The other fights from this point onwards would be the speculated Errol Spence versus Kell Brook, Errol Spence versus whoever in the welterweight division. He's the man talking about. Natty Dread can talk about it. Look, we got another Jamaican there, legit, in the welterweight division. He has my name, so you know he's doing all right.
Stop jumping on the bandwagon.
He a believer now.
Let's start with him. Look, bro, let me tell you something. That performance was a throwback performance, or it gave you chills. You know they call it killer thriller nights.
Yeah.
So you know this guy's gonna be special. We can't wait to see him again, and I hope, he's gonna be in there with another name opponent. And the thing is, when you trash guys who are good who've never been stopped before, you know that's impressive, man. And he done it impressive. You know, I like to see him against Sean Porter. I really want to see him against Sean Porter now. You know that. I think that would be a very good fight test to see where he is. You know
Sean Porter pops ducking him.
I want to see Errol Spence fight the #2 contender for the IBF title, because I know Kell Brook ain't coming down. The dude that Abel Sanchez trained, a knockout puncher.
Did you hear what Kenny Porter said? Kenny said when he becomes a household name, we'll fight him.
Yeah.
He did more
That's
views
what
than
fuck is that?
he did more views than Sean Porter though.
That's what I was.
And the thing is,
There's 6 million.
Someone's put it out there that the reason why he got is because it was the layoff of the Olympics. Now, let me tell you something. After the Olympics ceremony finished, people could have turned off, right? The people tuned in to watch Errol Spence. Yeah, the Olympics, but they still stayed. They saw there's more boxing. They tuned in. They could have turned the TV off now.
Yeah.
Don't tell me
It was right after USA got the medals in basketball.
It's retention
right when
rate.
it finished.
Yeah, it's retention rate.
People trying to make out.
They retained 75% of the viewership.
Exactly. If they didn't want to see it, they would have turned off. So the reason why they continue watching is because they want to see it. And that shows you the PBC officially has arrived. Officially has arrived with Errol Spence leading as the star. Leading as the #1 star right now. I don't care what anyone says.
And he doesn't have a belt, and he's headlined at least 3 primetime NBC shows, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a good look by Al Heyman, man. He's trying to put this guy on our TVs because he believes he's going to be that dude, you know what I mean? In the future pound for pound guy, you know what I'm saying?
They just need to capitalize on it. They need to, match him up nicely for another fight.
Yeah.
At a good time, good slot and everything, and then
BBC,
after that,
man.
This fight needs to be for the title. This next fight need to be for the title.
Whatever you're doing over there, you're doing everyone.
My fault.
Yeah.
But let me tell you something, man. The Porters and the Thurmans are moving the goalpost on Errol Spence.
Yeah.
Every time he achieves something, they like, okay, he got to do this now. He got to do that now.
You see, everyone used to say this shit about Floyd, and them guys are disgrace, man.
Yep.
Kenny Porter, fucking hell, man.
What the Porters are running for him?
Yeah, everyone they running from him, man.
Of course. They don't want that work. Did you see Thurman's face after he fought Leonard Bundu?
Yeah.
He had to wear shades for a week. Stop it. Okay? This dude came and dismantled this opponent that you had to kind of stay on the back foot for 12 rounds. Man. You had him hurt and you could not finish him. This dude finished him in 6 clinically.
Yep.
Come on, man. Stop it.
national TV, man.
National TV in front of 6 million viewers. Stop it.
Yeah.
Million, man. That's good, man.
See, that's the way to make a statement, man. You know.
On a Sunday as well, you know. This
Yeah.
On Sunday.
Sunday.
And Sean Porter and Keith Thurman was most anticipated fight of this year.
Oh, you know why the numbers? You know
what? Half the numbers.
You know why the numbers went down though? You know why? Because of the injury. You know what I'm saying? Remember, it postponed. So the numbers dropped. And when it was supposed to happen, everyone was on it. I think when it happened at the time, it was like, oh, we don't even know if they're gonna fight. You know, until they get in the ring.
They still did good numbers. 3 million ain't nothing to laugh at.
Mm-hmm.
But it only did half the numbers of Errol Spence in one fight against Leonard Bundu.
Yeah, that's true. But hey, listen, Bundu's got fans, you know. Like, get twisted. Bundu's got fans, you know. Like, maybe we underestimated the Italians, man. They might have tuned in to see Bundu upset him. You know?
Maybe.
True.
No, everyone's talking about that side, but maybe they're that. Because Bundu's got a good fan base, man. I was there pushing that agenda nicely until he got doomed, and I still think Bundu's a tough test for anyone. Just like, you know,
when arrivederci.
That's what it was, man. It was a Viva Dirty for Bundu.
Oh shit!
That was good, man. But like, we got all our predictions in. Triple G seems like everyone's kind of.
Hey, EJ, before you get off, you talk about one particular fight, that Richard Comey versus Robert Easter fight.
Go ahead.
Man, I can't wait for that, dogs. That right there is a good fight. Two young guys in their prime, undefeated knockout artists.
Lightweight.
Yeah, 135.
135, yeah?
Yeah.
Vacant IBF.
Oh, one more thing before we leave too. What is everybody's thoughts on the situation with Floyd Mayweather and Tank Davis?
Man, that Tank needs to leave his home. Look, if the guy, one of the best fighters of the last 25 years has took one, he's advising you, get closer to the gym and get the job done. That's what you should be doing, man. That's what you should be doing. You know what you're doing? Staying in your hometown is not going to help you improve. That's
matter
of
fact, that's probably gonna hurt you because I mean, who knows how many haters you got? I mean, Jose Benavidez just got fucking shot out in Phoenix. So, you know, do you want to end up like that, or do you want to be, you know, chilling with Floyd and with other high-level boxers living a boxing lifestyle?
I disagree, man.
Yeah.
I disagree.
And look here, you want to take care of your mom? You ever heard of Western Union?
That's right.
You send her some checks, man, and call it a day and go pursue your career so you can really take care of her. Hold on, y'all mute yourself. Look, you have a title shot coming up, right? You have an opportunity of a lifetime. You're not even ranked. You're lucky you're getting this title shot. You know what I'm saying? First of all. And from what I hear, you know what I mean, I think everybody was on here when it was being said, this man is in the streets, hanging on the block, you know what I'm saying, with unsavory characters, could get caught up in whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you know how Baltimore is, man. That's murder, death, kill
people
out
got
there.
beef, you know what I'm saying? Not saying you should distance yourself from your peoples, but there's a time and a place for everything, man. And if you're trying to pursue a career in boxing that could really get your family out of a rough situation, why wouldn't you take every opportunity that is put in front of you? This man is giving you an opportunity. He's really trying to keep you out of trouble. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people are using this as a way to attack Floyd. You know what I'm saying? For trying to help this kid out. He's already been down this road. He's trying to prevent you from doing the same bullshit he was doing.
You got to eat and drink this shit, yeah? You got like Nigel Benn relocated after he got beaten. A lot of fighters have to relocate and do what they do. This guy is no different. This is what happened. I'm not going to go too much into Hatman's speech. This is what he was talking about. This new school attitude. Was it like this microwave internet era? Go to Las Vegas, go close to the gym,
Be close to the situation, soak in as much as you can, rest your body when you have to rest. You don't want to be chilling on the corner with your bro. They're drawing energy out of you. They're drawing energy out of you. This shit is real. You watch it, you go in there and fuck around with Jason Sosa, he'll knock you the fuck out.
No doubt.
Spitting out blood out your mouth. This is real shit. People take this thing for a joke. He needs to be close to the gym, taking it as serious as Floyd does. That's what he needs to do. 100%. And the amount of people I've heard say, if it wasn't Floyd, I don't think that it's just mad, absolute mad. But you know.
Hey, I disagree with the whole panel, man. I think he should stay where he is, man. You know what I mean? Like, if it ain't broke, why fix it? So I'm saying.
He ain't fought no one.
Let me say this ain't against anyone on the panel. This is just my thought. So, all right. So my whole thing is this, right? Now, Floyd, being around Floyd is toxic. I swear it is. He's a great fighter himself, but being around that guy is toxic, bro. And none of them guys underneath him have really actually grown into anything, bro. Because you're with this guy, he's a multi-time millionaire, bro. You're gonna get trappings in life, make things easy for you. You know what I mean? Train this day, or you need to go to the gym, but no one's bothering you. You know what I'm saying? And then you start slipping. You get nice car, Floyd give you a car, nice house, money. You feel like you've made it already. Now, if you stay in your ends, you understand the hunger. You keep you hungry. It's like, yeah, he could get killed. He could get killed in Vegas as well. I'm just saying, if it ain't broke, why fix it? I don't believe in re-up and relocating. I believe, like Beach pointed out, good point, Nigel Benn, when he up and lost, he said, what do we need to do to get better? Fine. But to me, Floyd doesn't show me that if you up and move and go with him, you're going to get better. I know for a fact if you up and move with his dad, if you said to me he was going to up and move with his dad, or I can't say Roger no more, or Eddie Mustafa Muhammad, I'll say yeah. I'll say hell yeah. But I'm not saying with Floyd, nah, man. No, we're not with Floyd, man. Floyd's the type of guy, bro, 1 minute, Beach, yeah? Broner's the type of guy who was there, Floyd easily influences these young kids, and it gets to the point where they're disrespecting the people who brought them along. This guy was brought along before Floyd. He had people around him. He's got structure. He's got people who look out, elders who look out for him. Who's going to tell him, no, you can't have this drink? Who's going to tell him, no, you shouldn't do that? Floyd ain't going to do that. He never did it with Broner. He let Broner explode himself, and we see with Broner's in prison. So I say no.
Floyd wasn't with Broner like that.
Floyd wasn't with Broner, and Floyd did tell Broner a lot of shit, but Broner ignored that shit.
Broner was trying to be.
Why is that though? I'm not blaming you.
Broner like, I'm gonna be my own man. You did it.
Broner's a loose cannon. That's why that.
And you see where that got him, not listening to a dude that been there before.
Not only that, but Broner was still hanging out with his boys back in Cincinnati. You know, the guys that encourage you to do some shit that isn't the best for you.
You can't be away from where the expertise is. You can't be. That's just one thing you can't be. There's nothing in his hometown that's going to prepare him to fight these guys. World class. Nothing there. You've got to be around the setup. That's it. You've got to relocate and you
be around
UK and went over to there. Chris Eubank started his career in the Bronx because he couldn't learn nothing out here. Right? You've got to be where the setup is. You have to be where the setup is.
Yeah, be around where other championship fighters are.
You don't see Golovkin going back to Kazakhstan. No, he plays in high altitude. Roman Gonzalez.
He's in the middle of fucking nowhere.
He's a big bear in altitude.
Hey, 1 minute. What is involved? What is over there for him? What is over there for him?
Better sparring, better guys to spar and shit in Vegas at the gym.
And a lot less distractions.
Other fighters.
I'm not sure, but Vegas is a place that distracts people too, though. A lot of distractions out there.
I'm trying to say to them, you're going to Vegas, man. It's not like
Vegas. And like EJ said, he's about guys.
Let me speak. Go ahead.
You know, like EJ said, guys like Jalen Love, they came out from Michigan to follow Floyd out there in Vegas. He ain't amount to nothing. And you know, yeah, he's garbage, sure.
It's a talent level though.
Yeah, and I think Tank, I think it'd be good for him to go out to Vegas, but I think for real he probably would like to still be here out here on the East Coast. At least also to promote his fights. I think it'd be better for him if his fights do get promoted. I seen him about 3 or 4 times at the DC Armory, and he got a fan base out here. And maybe that's what he was talking about on his Twitter when he says, "Man, they love me out here." Sure, there's some people who love you, and like Nelta said, there's haters too. Baltimore's a dangerous place. You know what I'm saying? But the fellas, if he does move out to Vegas, it'd be better for him for training and stuff like that. But I think it'd be better for him to stay out here on the East Coast.
And B Mars. He has his own training team. He's not trying to push any new trainers on him. He's like, bring the team out here and come get work.
This is my final word. Let him stand. That in Baltimore in the hood, that's important. Just do nothing. I tell you what, let him start in Baltimore and think. And let's have this conversation in 2 years' time. And watch what happens to his career. Watch what happens to his career.
Yeah, man. Either way, man, he's in a dangerous fight with Sosa, man. I don't even know if he's ready for that.
Hey, listen, end of the day, whether he's living, it says here or there, the bottom line is if the fighter's not comfortable, then don't go. If your fighter's not, if he's the one who, at the end of the day, he has to make the decisions. You know what I'm saying? If he makes it as a fighter,
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Boxing's not about being comfortable, bro. It's not nothing to do with being comfortable.
See what I'm saying to you. He has the one. He's in the ring. He has to make the fight. He's a pro career. He has to make the decision what's best for him. If he feels he's comfortable, then fine. That's where he wants to be. Let him. Because in the day, he has to make the decision in the ring, right? And regardless of all the other stuff that comes with it, the trappings were in Vegas, because Vegas is a big distraction. It can be, right? If you never had it, then you need to keep on. So everyone disagree, fine, no problem. And you think people listening, you got both sides of the argument, but we're gonna find out come fight.
And Floyd ain't his pops neither, man. He's just his promoter.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to dictate where the man lives. You check it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
His job is to promote the guy, and
he's not his pops. And he's not his friend either.
Yeah.
What Davis is to him is an investment. You know what I'm saying? He's invested a lot in this kid, and he doesn't want to see the kid bust. You know what I'm saying? He's like I told you, he's giving this dude the opportunity to get a title shot and make a name for himself. And he wants him to be as prepared as possible.
I agree with that.
That's true. That's true.
He's not going out there to Vegas to bullshit. And if his team is so behind him, if they won't let him bullshit in Vegas, if they're not gonna let him bullshit in DC, they're not gonna let him bullshit in Vegas. He's there to work.
Listen,
he's not there to go on the strip and drink 40s and shit.
Tank's reason for not going, right, was I need to look after my family. Wrong. When you're boxing, you don't need distraction. Let someone else go do that. Take care of that. You got to handle your business. Like, you see boxers have to go abstinent. Some boxers have to go abstinent from sex. Stay away from their wife. Stay away from their children. Because, like, that's normalizing them. You need to get away. You need to get into the environment, into the system of training. He's in the listen, man. I'm convinced he's making a mistake.
Okay, that's fine. But you know what? It was this, right? Let me say something. All the stuff we're saying, and the reason why we're saying it's for the betterment of the fighter. But at the end of the day, if he's going to be great or not, it's all going to be down to him. Whether he goes to Vegas or wherever he stays in Baltimore. It doesn't matter. If he's going to be great, he's going to be great. Because we're going by what Hagler and some of the other great fighters have done. They go away to fight camp. They go away from their home. I understand that. I agree with that. But I also believe that wherever you're comfortable is, then you stay there. Joe Cal.
Okay, Jeff, I'll ask you a question.
One minute, bitch. Yeah. Joe Calzaghe stayed in Wells with his dad there, over the top, all day. Right? Ricky had.
That's not actually true.
Now let me finish what I'm saying. Right? Joe Calzaghe stayed in Wells for the most of his career. Staying up there in the hills, training up there. I don't need to go nowhere. Sparring partners come there. Ricky Hatton was down most in Manchester. He's been away and fought away in other places, but mainly he was in Manchester. And that's what he wanted to be, fighting Manchester. The big fights yet to go out. And that's what I'm saying. So, he's still early in his career. If he wants to stay at home, fine. No problem.
Joe Calzaghe was managed by Terry Lawless in London. He came to London, bro. Right?
Yeah.
He got a lot of his training in London. That's when he fought Stephen Wilson. And
the mad guy who killed the guy's brother. What's it? I can't remember. And he used to get that model. Yeah, he come to London
when he was a world champion. When he was a world champion. When he was world.
This is in its early stage when he was British champion. I want to ask you a question though. I want to ask you a question. Name me, if you can name me one boxer who stayed in his comfort zone and made it. Name me one.
Name me one boxer who stayed in his comfort zone, man.
He said, right, I'm not going to sacrifice going in. I don't think there's many.
Yeah, you asked me to name it. So first off, I was talking when Joe Kazaki was a champion, by the way, right? His reign, he's 20 defenses, right? Most of his 20 defenses, like he stayed at home in Wales, yeah. So that's the first off, yeah. And you asked me a fight who stayed.
He didn't actually. I told you he went to London. He was managed by Terry Lawless.
When he was a world champion.
I'm talking about in his early.
He fought in Wales. He didn't train in Wales.
No. When he was a world champion, he trained.
He had a gym with his pops out there.
I'm talking about his breeding ground to start.
I'm talking about when he was world champion. I heard what you said. I'm talking about when he was. I said when he was world champion. I heard what you said at the start. I'm only gonna go back when he was a world champion, right?
But Tank Davis ain't even no world champion.
I know. I'm saying now. Right, so Beast asked me a question, right? He asked me which fighter stayed at home, most of his career, and most of his career defending his belt on his patch, yeah. Carl Froch, I say, or Andre Ward. One of them two.
No, I didn't say defending them. I'm saying like before they won a title. Before they won the title, that's what I meant. Just stayed in their comfort zone. I'm just gonna chill here. I'm not gonna sacrifice. I want to be with the homeboys and my family.
All right. I got one. I got one for you then. I got one for you. Thing in it. Stayed at home is probably thing in it. Andy Joshua. Stays at home. He lives around here, not too far from me. He's in Golders Green. He ain't go nowhere. He did Essex. So I got one for you. That Andy Joshua. Right? And I'm trying to say to you, and the reason why he didn't wipe, what did he say again? The same thing Tank said. I don't want to change anything. I like what I've got. That's what I'm saying. Some fighters will tell you, well, I like what am I getting anyway for? I'm staying right here. Yeah?
Well, and here's the big problem, though, too, is Floyd is his promoter. So, like, unfortunately, that has more sway over your decisions than it probably should, sure. But now, because he's saying that he doesn't want to go to Vegas, that Sosa fight is out the window and his career is on the shelf.
Listen, Jesse Vargas left Floyd, yeah? And he thought it was better at the time.
He went to Bob Arum, though. He went to one situation to another.
Floyd went to jail. Jesse Vargas left Floyd. He thought Floyd can't do that. Floyd's in a situation where he can't help his career. And he's bounced back, done whatever about Floyd. He's all right. It took a while. But he's where he is, man. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? You can leave Floyd and go whatever. You don't have to be with Floyd. Floyd's asking him to do something. Is he asking him or demanding him? Bro, that can't let's leave the dude where he is, man. Like, why are you messing him with stuff? And that's what I see.
You don't side with people like Floyd and Al Heyman, then do what you want. That doesn't make sense. Now look what he's happened to his title fight. You're like, see, that's the thing. These young guys, they haven't done shit, but they want to dictate the thing. Like when Broner was talking back to Mike Stafford in the corner. No, bro, you signed him. Right? He's been a champion for 18 years. For how many world champions? Won how much minutes? He tells you to do a simple move to think, and you're saying no. He deserves everything he gets. He deserves to lose his contract.
Yeah, if it comes down to him jeopardizing title fights and stuff, that's a nut-ass decision. He got to do what Floyd says, you know what I'm saying? As far as
that DQ.
And that goes against the reputation of Mayweather Promotion. It's already on shaky ground right now. He's still trying to build the shit. And you gonna half-ass a title shot opportunity. I ain't throwing you in the ring and put my name on that shit.
You're gonna be hungry. You're hungry.
That's the best thing I've ever heard. Beast, come on. I hear what Beast is saying. On a purely pugilistic, this guy's done it, been it, seen the thing. If I'm giving you advice and you're fucking throwing it in the wind, wait, you know what I'm saying? Fair play.
But you're coaching now, yeah? You're coaching. So that means you're in charge, bro. You are in charge.
Well, Floyd Mayweather basically writes the man's checks. I mean, if your boss says, "Hey, look, you need to come over here, and we need to get these things done. We got this project that we need you to be working on over here,"
Yep.
And you say like, nah, fuck that. I'm gonna do it over here.
Yeah.
Like,
Hold on.
gonna look.
Hold on. Is he the manager or is he the promoter? Let me ask
Just
that
a
question.
promoter. Al Heyman's the manager. Floyd's a promoter.
That's what I'm saying, but if he's the manager, then he's not supposed to be telling. All you're supposed to do is promote the fight. That's
EJ, Al Heyman stays quiet. Floyd just said what Al Heyman said to do. Did you?
No.
You know what I'm talking about? Did you?
No. Al Heyman, if Al Heyman's the manager, he goes to Al Heyman for that advice, not to Floyd. Floyd does is hype the fight. That's what Floyd's job is for. So that's what that's
Why
what
he ain't got a title shot then? Now.
I don't know if he ain't got a title shot. What's his name? What's his name again? Tank Davis.
I tell you what, boy, if it was me, all I can say, if it was me, I'm not throwing away my title shot, bro. I'm packing my bags. I'm packing up my bags.
Yeah,
I'm ready to go.
Javon, I'm not even packing a bag. I'm just jumping on a flight. I'll buy some more clothes when I get
You
back.
know what I say in 2 years, like Beat said, clean up in aisle 5.
Yep.
Listen, man.
Because you want to stay with the homies and be more. Just keep it real. You want to hang with the homies and keep it real in the battlefield, right?
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And there's a lot of athletes come out of Baltimore, man, and I see supposed to be pro prospects, NBA guys, but something about it, I don't know what happens, man. They just end up just being around the way, you know what I mean?
Tank Davis gonna end up being the new Steve Francis.
Listen,
Keep it real. You keeping it real though.
Some old school dude needs to sit him down, tell him about the Black Murderers Row, guys. Archie Moore waited over 14, 15 years for a title shot. Yeah? And right? And all you got to do is relocate. You're gonna have everything. What's he not gonna have when he relocates? He's gonna have everything there.
Hey, he's fighting Jason Soto. Who's Jason? That's the guy that's fighting. He's fighting.
I was angry when I heard the story. I was angry. I was pissed. When I say pissed, I was animated.
No, the fight's not done yet, though, EJ. That's
Yeah.
Listen, Robert Gonzalez come all the way from Nicaragua, right? And you see when he started doing the high altitude training, it was making him ill. He persevered with it, bro. And he's still there and he said, I love this now.
He's going, yeah.
Hold on.
And he has a wife and kids. I don't even think Davis has a family.
Hold on. Well, the fight's in Baltimore, though. The fight's in Baltimore. It's in Maryland. Why is he going? Why does he have to leave?
We don't know when the
fight is not signed yet. The fight has just been approved.
It just says right here on Box Press the location.
Ideally, it should be at the DC Armory.
He said the fight ain't done.
The fight ain't done. The fight is approved by the WBA.
Yeah.
That's all. That's as far as it's gone. But since Tank Davis is on some bullshit right now, it's up in the air.
Yeah, but it says
He's fighting somebody else. Box rec shit change all the damn time.
Okay,
Exactly.
They're not going to put it up unless it's official.
Yeah, because Tank Davis said on his Twitter that the fight is up in the air.
Yeah. EJ Boxing Live, Chris. But listen,
if you're the coach or you're the coach, promoter, management, any of them capacity there's, you're in charge to a degree. Now, if they take the jump from a bridge, you don't do. Yeah? But come on, man. You got to keep this shit real, man. You got to keep it real. Man. You got to relocate and learn your craft, man.
He shouldn't.
Look at Dennis Andrews, right? You see Dennis Andrews, right, from the UK? He was like a downtrodden fighter, like used as a gatekeeper. They put him in with David Pearce, the British heavyweight champion, got knocked out, got beaten up, right? And he persevered. Eventually, he won a title from J.B. Williamson, yeah? And then Thomas Hearns knocked him out. What did he do when Hearns knocked him down? He begged Emmanuel Stewart, let me come over there. And he went over to Emmanuel Stewart's gym, and when he started there, right, they used to make fun of him and what. And he became the toughest fighter in the gym and got all their respect. And he won a title back. That's what you got to do, man. You've got to be with it, man. What, you think he just wanted to go to Detroit for fun? No, he was there on a mission.
Listen, some people.
Tank Davis want to be the realest in the hood. He be out there. You know what I'm saying?
Some people ain't destined to be great.
Who in B-More gonna give Tank Davis better work than Eurocus Gamboa?
Nobody.
I know we're gonna give him better work, Marlo.
I tell you, I tell you, give him better work. The Baltimore Police Department.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Proposition job.
Hurt gonna run up on him.
Let me feel like this. That youngster, if he's not going to be great, he's not going to be great. Well, the stuff you guys are talking about is what you leave home, and you go somewhere to better yourself, your situation, so you can give back money. I understand all that, but I also understand that sometimes people are not destined to be great, and it doesn't matter what tells you this, that, the other. You're gonna follow what you want to do, and if it works, then you're gonna say more power to him. You know what I mean? Is there a route that every time if he was to do that, is it gonna be a success? Well, you could say, okay, there's gonna be might be more success if he's done. But there's no guarantee in anything.
You gotta give yourself the best possible chance, isn't it?
I understand that. I understand that.
There we go. That's the answer right there.
Yeah, I understand that as well, but I also understand that end of the day, some people are not destined to be great, and maybe if he failed, then maybe he wasn't destined to be great. So there's no.
Shall I tell you what it is? Bottom line, he doesn't want it enough. He doesn't want it enough.
Maybe that's too.
Maybe he really looked himself in the mirror and said, "Boy, this guy Sosa's knocking out everything he's fighting lately. I'm only a contender at 15-0. Maybe what is he, 15 or 16-0?" And you know, he's maybe reconsidering. You know what I mean? But ideally, I think it'd be good for him to maybe go out there, learn his craft, get great sparring out there, then have these fights promoted hard body out here in D.C. Definitely not Baltimore, in D.C.
Let me ask you a question. It's a very potent question for the panel, yeah? For the YT panel. What is Floyd's record on promoting and winning championship fights with these fighters?
That's a great question.
Well,
Chase Smith won a championship before.
He got Mickey Bay a belt, and he got what's his name?
Battle Jack.
Yeah. So I'm saying he doesn't have the strongest the strongest stable out there. You know what I'm saying? But he done got 3 champions in his stable though.
No, that's what I asked you. That's not what I asked you. I want to ask you the record.
The record.
I asked you the record. These fighters going out and winning championship bouts when they had the first shot in. Did they win it straight away? What's his record in terms of his fighters winning and losing ratio? Because I feel like saying Ashley Fairfane and some of them others, Jadion Love, they've been thrown to the wolves, bro. You know what I mean? They've been thrown to the wolves, man. Floyd probably thinks better on them fighters than they do themselves. Beast has got a big point there. He probably doesn't want it. And that ain't probably too early for him. You just said Benavidez, he's going to get beat down. He don't want it. He said, fuck it, I'm not going down there. I'm staying at home. So that's what it is. Right? And that's what this is what I'm trying to say to you. Leave the man. You leave him where he is. You're not coming out there to get beaten up and he don't feel comfortable.
I got to say something too. EJ.
Go ahead.
When you said Jesse Vargas left Floyd, but when he beat Saddam immediately, he gave Roger Mayweather and Floyd props for the helping them the old sparring session, helping him prepare for a guy like Saddam Ali.
Did it help him when he lost against Tim Bradley?
Tim Bradley.
That wasn't his last fight though.
Did it help him when he lost against Tim Bradley? Is what I'm saying.
That was before the Saddam Ali fight.
Yeah, no, he barely.
What I'm saying to you is that, end of the day, you have to look at the ratio of what his fighters are doing. He believes in his fighters more than the fighters believe in themselves, man. That's because they live in a lifestyle, man. That's what I'm trying to say. They live in a real rich lifestyle. It's not conducive.
Look, man.
Hey, one minute.
It's not the best that picks the talent.
One minute. It's not conducive for champions. You have to be in the grime. You have to be in the fucking front. You have to be in the fucking pit to fucking bring out that grime. So when you get in the ring, you take it out on your opponent. Living in fucking Vegas and a fucking nice life in the mansions and the fucking thing, that ain't gonna give you that fucking grip, man.
It's definitely a lot of distractions.
You won't be in no mansion.
He ain't gonna be no mansion. Ashley Theo ain't no living no mansion.
Why wouldn't that give you?
You know, a 300 ain't no Bentley, right?
EJ, whenever I've been in somebody's nice ass house or their nice ass car, you know what that does to me? That gives me hunger to get the same shit that they got.
You don't need to though, because you got it there. It's there ready. What do you need to get it for? You got your own.
I'm talking about but that's theirs. I'm talking about for me.
No, it's Floyd give you the key to the car. That's what this is what I'm trying to say. You have to be real.
That's not his car.
Nah, that is his car. He gave him the key to the car, man.
I'll say this again. A Chrysler 300 is not a Bentley.
There you
Hell
go.
yeah, my cousin in the army, he got one of them shits.
It's not a Bentley. It's a Chrysler 300.
So that's
It
what Tank
looks
Davis
nice,
got.
but it's not an expensive car.
That's what Tank got.
Yep.
Okay.
That's what Ashley Theophane got.
Listen. Hey, it's still a free card that you don't have to pay for. That's what I'm talking about. And what I'm trying to say to you is that you have to look at the environment. This is what I'm coming from. The environment to conducive to you to fucking produce the best out of you. Now, right? Look at Floyd's circumstances, right? The reason why he left Grand Rapids, yeah, is because they feel like he was getting in trouble. They put him with his uncle because his dad. Remember, his dad couldn't look after him. They put him with his uncle, and his uncle is very strict. Is Roger, and if you don't do no shit, Roger will pull it on you. Now, to Tank Davis, now he's saying his team. We don't know the circumstance of his team. They got families. They got this. They can't fucking up and root and fucking go all the way to fucking Vegas. They can't do that.
You can't. You're a boxer. You're
No. Listen, I didn't say the boxer. I said the fucking family, the trainers, and the people behind him. They can't up and root and do that. They got families, man. They can't do that. The boxer can. The boxer can. So what I'm saying to you is that you have to take in consideration that, right? They're not gonna up and root down there. And when he gets there, who's gonna hold him into check? Roger's got fucking problems. Floyd's got his own fight. Eddie Mustafa's busy with Buddy Jack, who's got a championship fight going. The boy is left by himself. Leave him where he is. See, if he's not gonna fail, he fails, man. But the bottom line is,
If you're his trainer, you go where he goes.
who told you that?
His trainer, you go where he goes.
Bro, let me tell you.
You train where he trains.
No, let me tell you. Listen, Natty.
What are you talking about?
Natty, realistically, it doesn't work like that, Natty. It doesn't work like that because the trainer. Now, let me tell you. I'll explain why. Because the trainer has a life. Even he probably trains other fighters. It's his gym. He's probably got in his gym where he's got routines. He's got things he needs to do. The reason why he'd probably leave for a championship fight for a week and then maybe come back, maybe. But he's already there. He's already training the group. Why does he have to go and uproot and train in the area where he's never been before? The trainer's not going to do that. He's going to say, you know what, I can't do that. I got to stay here. That's what most trainers will tell you. I can't do that. When I was with Don Charles was chasing Wally Camacho. Wally Camacho, he just won the prize fight off. Eddie Hearn goes to him, you need to come to Essex. Wally Camacho goes to Don, you need to come to Essex. In fact, next week we're going to Spain. I want you to come with me. This is what Wally said to him. Don said, I can't do that. This is realistic. I can't do that. I've got other fighters. I can't do that. I can't up and root. I can't. Oh, that's it. And he went. And since then, Wally didn't turn into anything. This is what happens, man. Now, I'm just putting it out there. Realistically. You know what I mean? Ain't like that.
Right? What did Camacho won the prize fighting tournaments, right? Yeah. So, Doc's traveling with Derek fighting for world titles, right? But here's the thing: the only guys who can say I am not going to follow the coach is Pacquiao, who's training in the Philippines because he wants to be in the Senate. But Pacquiao has an illustrious career. Tank ain't did shit. He can't be doing that. Like Pacquiao saying, look, I'm staying in the Philippines for the Jesse Vargas fight. I think that's partly why HBO dropped the fight too, because they probably think he can't do all the promotional rounds. But my guy at that level there, he's not at that level there. Is he doing that?
It don't have to be level by, in my opinion. Just to be where you're comfortable. Just be where you're comfortable. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm coming from. If you're comfortable, stay there. You know what I mean? If it goes wrong, then fine. If it does, fine. But I'm not going out your comfort zone. Is what I'm talking about. If he's not ready for it, if he's not ready to come out of his comfort zone, then stay there. Just don't do anything that you don't think you need to do. That's what I'm saying. I agree with everything you guys are saying. That's what I believe in, the comfort zone of a fighter where he feels comfortable. Marvin Hagler was comfortable going to camps, training camp. That's where he was comfortable at. You know what I mean? Leonard was comfortable going to
He left Jersey to go on a pretty circuit, bro.
Yeah, he was comfortable. That's why he was great. That's why Marvin Hagler was great. Now, if you want to be great and maybe you want to achieve that, then maybe. But if you don't want to do it, that's what I said to you. You don't know if the kid's going to be great. So why we try to...
Hagler used to fight. He used to train out there in them little towns up there in Massachusetts for the tourists. He be out there when the tourists ain't there, and he be training on the beach with his combat boots. What's it called? I think Cape Cod or Martha's Vineyard. You know what I mean? That ain't far from Brockton, Mass, where he fought, so he ain't go nowhere.
No, see, there you go. See, there you go.
Hey, Marvin Hagler stayed in state in
Oh,
Massachusetts.
yeah, you're saying that, but he lived in Jersey and went to Philly to learn his trade.
Oh yeah, in Philly, yeah, when he fought there in the 70s. True.
He learned his trade in Philly, bro.
True.
Yeah. Hey, listen, we spend too much time on tag. We should just talk about the crying one, the one who cried. What's his name? The one who cried. What's his name?
Stevenson.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna give my take on it, yeah, and everyone give their take on it. We can do a circuit around on that, yeah. This boy who cried is about what he did, yeah.
19.
Okay, now I ain't give a shit about the age because everyone can cry whether they're grown man. But thanks, B. Marshall, for letting me know. Right. I've seen fighters in the dressing room, they cry after losing, and some of them cry all the time. It's just that it was caught on TV. Ain't nothing wrong with crying. Ain't nothing wrong with letting out your emotions and crying, yeah? I can't judge the guy on his emotions about how he's mental because most fighters, any day, you can't say some fighters are stable. Look at fucking, who's that one, the Raging Bull who spat on people. He was fucking mentally unstable. What about Ika Butcher? He was fucking crazy as well. So fighters are not necessarily stable in the head already. The kid cried, letting his emotion out on TV because he lost the medal. I ain't got no problem with him crying. What? Is that because it doesn't happen? We're not used to it. Fine, right? But what I'm saying to you is that end of the day, it's happened. People making a big thing about it, or maybe not. The kid will see it as a motivation for him to get better. Now, if he goes on to win a world championship, are we still going to remember his crying? I know the opponents might use it on him, but he used it as motivation for him to go on to do better things. So, end of the day, as long as he achieves what he wants to achieve, then it doesn't matter, man. It doesn't. All the crying doesn't matter. I can't base because I know a lot of fighters. Mike Tyson used to cry. I know loads of fighters cry. Whatever situation. Crying is nothing wrong with crying. It's a human emotion under the circumstances, under being under pressure. I mean,
didn't I see Iran Barkley cry before in the ring?
Did he? I know. The Atomic Bull cried in the ring. He cried in the ring.
Floyd Mayweather, I seen him cry in the ring. What?
Yeah, he cried after he cried after he beat Arturo Gay. So you know what I'm saying? There's loads of guys who cry. You know what I'm saying? Listen, someone needs to mute. I think someone needs to. Chris, I think if you're talking on Google, someone needs to mute. If they're talking on Google with someone, we could hear the vibrations. Thank you, yeah? All I'm saying to you is that, this is my take. I have no problem with the kid crying. I have no problem with the situation. He admitted, yeah, the guy was better than me. And that's the way he dealt with it. And I don't take nothing from it, man. I don't take nothing from that. I just feel like saying, yeah, he cried, so what? I didn't think nothing from it at the time. But it's turned into this big thing. People over, and if they you can analyze it as much as you like. Crying is a human emotion, whether you think it's feminine or masculine. Brother, the bottom line is that he's in tune with his feelings. Most people will not. They repress their feelings. He lets it all out, and after he cried, he's probably that's it. It's done. It's over. It's over and done with. So I ain't got no problem. Anyone else can give their take on that? I guess not. Then. All right. Fair enough.
The kid had a lot of pressure on him. He thought that he did his best. He didn't fulfill what he was supposed to fulfill, and he broke down. That's what it is.
Here's my take.
Okay. Hey man. Hey, you guys can leave your thing in the comment in the chat box. Yeah, it's B Marsh over there talking to someone.
I made a video on it, but people didn't get my video because the fact is people. Oh, you can't say this beat. And actually, I gave reasons why he was crying. He's probably homesick for 4 years into it. All I was explaining was how I grew up, right? How I grew up. I can't cry in front of my dad. I can't do it. If I cry in front of my dad, my ass busts. Crying in front of my dad. Can't do it.
Or your peers. You check it.
I tell you this, right? When I used to get my beating, I used to cry every beat, yeah? Every beat down I used to get, yeah? Until eventually I stopped crying, I repressed it. I turned like an angry guy. So I'm the same. You know, crying, when you let it go, then it's out. But when you repress it, it turns you nasty, bro. You turn in some fierce something. But man, I don't cry over things. When you come, what's the word beach you use? Desensitized. I become desensitized to certain things. So what I'm saying is that he's in tune with himself, so it's natural to cry. If you know what I'm saying, it's just a natural thing to cry. When you're young, babies cry all the time. 19 ain't got nothing to do with nothing. I never used to cry at 19. I stopped crying when I was like 8, 7.
Well, what I wonder about is the fighter that you really liked, EJ, in the tournament, the Cuban dude, Joannis Arguelagos.
Yeah.
He's 19 too, but I didn't see him crying when he lost to Martinez. And
Not
see,
at
the
all.
thing is, if what would have happened had he would have cried in front of the Cuban coaches there? Like, I mean, you know, they would have given him something to cry about.
He's been ostracized.
Can I just make a quick point about it's a generational discussion, right? Because, all right, I'm a little older than you guys. I remember going to school, yeah, and the teachers were licensed to whoop your ass if you got out of line. Cane, right? And forget that, I went to all-boys school, right? Some of the teachers would physically fight you and beat you up, Mr. Kassandjian, right? Eastern European teacher would come in and beat up your ass, Mr. Flax, a Jewish teacher. Missy and beat up man in the class, right? And like, that was just normal to us, like, because there wasn't no left-wing political correct thing to protect you. It's just what it was. When some kids got older, they beat up some of the teachers there. I remember Mr. Dingel, right? A Indian Jamaican teacher. I kissed my teeth in the class. Dingel shot me one box and I'm a fierce enough. Blow! Right? And I remember he used to fuck with a lot of people. When we got up into the upper school, him go fuck with this mixed race boy, Julian. Julian knock out Dingel upon the floor. Knock him out. Boom!
There you
Right?
go.
But that's what it was like. We used to fight teachers, and they used to fight us. Right? It's changed a little. Like the cane. When I used to go to school, they were still allowed to use the cane. Right? So kids them days, we like beatings. It was different for us. Like a kid getting beaten now, or someone shouting at them, oh no, I know my rights and shit like that. So it's a generational thing to a degree as well. Because I tell you what, right? If Shakur was fighting in 1940, let's say 1960, and he wouldn't have cried. Them man didn't cry back then like that. He didn't cry.
I think he would have cried. I think he would have cried. I think he would have cried same way. I don't care. The first person to grab him up was his mom.
Don't cry like that, bro.
Listen, I feel that use a baby. That use of I don't mean it's a baby age. That use of I know crying face. That use one crying face. You crying ready. You know what I mean? I see it already. I see many fighters. Look at the Asian bull in the film. The man's crying every minute. I see them cry all the time, man. They crying nothing. You know what I mean? If you cry, man will mock you. Yeah, fine. But cry, go on, cry, man. Cry, and then when you cry, you can be angry when you cry, you know. You see that one there. You know, when you cry, you're fucking weak, you know. When you cry, you're actually in anger as well. So people are looking at it maybe as
and most times that kind of emotion will work against you in the ring. With Oliver McCall in the first fight with Lennox Lewis, he was crying in the route to the ring, so he had it under control and he knocked Lewis out. Second fight, he had a breakdown when he was crying. He started bawling and he broke down.
The youth never cried in the ring. The thing is, the youth never cried in the ring. He wanted to go back to the dressing room to cry, but the man caught him mid-flow and started questioning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He never cried in the ring. He never showed any sort of feeling that you know, when he lost, you could see he was physically upset. You know, me and the rest of them now me and Nato was bro, that fight was close up. Me and Nato was like, well, boy, we think he might have lost it. You know, B Marsh and PMC, whatever, they would say, nah, that man got robbed. Fine, whatever, but he never showed that into the ring until the man stuck the mic in his face where he wanted to get back to the dressing room to let his tears go. You know what I'm trying to say? So he never showed that in the ring that he was emotional. But I was trying to say, outside the ring, when Floyd finished his fight with Toro Gay, he balling like a big baby, bro. Check it, bro. You know what I mean?
And look, man, I grew up in an era where it wasn't manly to cry. You're not supposed to cry.
Yeah.
For nothing. You know what I'm saying? But that wasn't necessarily the right thing, though.
It's not the right thing, bro.
No, as a big man, I don't agree with that bullshit.
Nah, it's bullshit, because you could cry, you want to cry. But if man was to mock you, when you're angry, you could be, like I said, when I cry, it's the cry to be cry of anger. Man used to get it, bro, in the tears.
Hey,
But
not,
the way the
not so
man was
I
balling,
want you them just balling for no reason. But if you need to cry, you can cry, man, and don't feel no way about it.
No way, man. That's what I'm trying to say. Hey, listen, anyone die in your family, the tears just roll off you. You know what I'm saying?
Man, please.
No one can tell you nothing when you cry.
Yo, fam, I remember when my cousin TJ passed, man, and I went to his funeral. I was still holding that shit. I'm a man. I don't cry. You know what I'm saying? I don't cry. So I'm supposed to make a speech at his funeral. So I haven't been to church by that time in like 15 years, right? So this is the first time I'm even stepping foot in a church. I go up there and I have everything prepared to say. And I just look out in the crowd and I look to the side and I look at TJ and I just start bawling, fam.
Oh, exactly. You start
I
bawling.
couldn't help myself. I couldn't even get a word out.
And that's it.
yeah.
That's it. You know, that's what I'm saying. I did the same thing with my granddad. My granddad died. Man, that was it. I all through the funeral, when they got there, I sat in front of my grandma, and I wanted to say some nice words to my grandma. I couldn't even hold. That was it. Bawling buckets for hours, mate. For a good, I don't know, I wasn't hours, but I was bawling, and I haven't cried for years. And and this is the thing, yeah, because you haven't cried for years. All your tear glands are opening up now like a bloody fountain, brother. And you're crying for all the decades you didn't cry. And it's all coming out. That youth cries regularly. You can see he cries regularly because he sniffed it up and he was good to go in a couple of minutes later. So, you know what I mean? He's in control of his emotions when you cry. That's what I got to say about him.
And another thing, man, I wrote a tune. It's on my album called Memories, and it's about all my people that passed away. My cousins, my grandma. You know what I'm saying? My auntie. I just put it all in there, fam. And every time I listen to that shit, tears come to my eyes, fam.
Right.
Like it's fresh every time.
Yeah, listen, the wider point of the debate, it's not really about Shakur, right? Because Shakur has a routine, he has structure, he trains every day, he's obviously talented, he's got big sponsors courting him, so he's okay, he's got structure, right? A lot of the people crying for him, they should be looking at their own lives because because I'm going to be honest, Shakur's not the problem, like I said, he's got structure. A lot of men are over emotional, and that's why they're ending up in jail, and that's why they're ending up 6 foot under, and that's why they're ending up in child support, and that's why they're ending up in all types of shit. You know what I mean? That's the truth. That is the truth, though.
I don't think they get emotional by themselves. Man. I think other people are coercing them, i.e. females.
That's why you gotta be controlling it, so they don't put you in that position, man.
Just pick the right woman. Pick the right woman. On that note, EJ Boxing Live is officially ending this hangout. I would like to thank my guests, who came by on this day. Carnival's tomorrow. No, not Carnival's tomorrow. Actually, you know what? Beats and who else? Well, that's Beats. The barbecue in Brixton. I went there today. Free food. Beautiful. Hey, it's nice. I saw singing. Brixton's a beautiful, beautiful place. When you come out Brixton, you take a left, right? For anyone listening, and they're giving free sample of West. It's called Caribbean Day, right? So they got Jamaican food, all these different foods and things. They're giving away drinks, so all them cereal drinks and coconut thing, everything they're giving away free samples. Drink as much as you like, sit and chill for the rest of the day. And that's tomorrow in Brixton. Also on Sunday, you have Notting Hill Carnival. Coming up, I will be going there. That's the Children's Day. I still go there. And Monday, the official on Bank Holiday Monday, the carnival's there. So that we'll get into that. So I like to thank my guests, B Marsh, Boxing Visa Rams, Chris Caban, now a TV, the Bird Sugar of the YouTube hit, Mr. Natty Turner. Where you come from? Hey, you know what? Hey, nothing as well. Make sure you check out the commentary, my commentary, EJ Boxing Live on my channel on Daily Motion, and you have B Marsh putting a classic when Key and Errol Spence knocked out Leonard Bundu, man. So I'm gonna finish how we normally finish with my music. Where's my music at? From thingy, man. Booker T. Remember Booker T music? Hold on,
All
1
the
minute.
heat music.
Huh?
All the heat music.
Your Harlem Heat music. Yeah, I'm finishing my Harlem Heat music. Actually, you know what? I should finish on the ragga thing, but still, you know, I ain't even got that still. Women. I should have that. See, 90s tunes give me strikes. If I play 90s tunes, they give me strikes. I can't do it. Actually, you know what? Let me play this tune.
Put that Papa Sandra, Mr. Shakur.
Hey, all right, I'm gonna play it off of this tune. Yeah, I'm gonna play this tune. This is a little ragga tune. I'll play it for a couple. I don't get no strikes. Right? Let's do a little thing. A little 2-minute thing on this, and it's playing 1 minute. It's playing coming up. Jamaica, yeah, Carnival, all the Caribbean islands, man. Big up. Let me tune there. 1 minute. Where's my tune at, man? It's still loading in. Oh, 1 minute. 1 minute, guys. 1 minute. Should be loading in. Oh, yeah, here we go. 1 minute.
From the start, I tell them sing a dirty, yeah. A Sean Paul and Sasha, come sing for them, baby.
Don't make me cry, don't make me say I can't get your attention. I can't get you off my back.
I don't you dirty,